We have actual mini games. Now it looks like I'm in VR chat, but I'm actually not. It's movie magic. I've been spending a lot of time working on this for the past week or so. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you everybody for stopping by. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. It is September, so hey, you got that Prime gaming, you know what I'm do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know if the music's too loud. Anything else, any concerns, comments, anything like that, let me know. Also, just as a reminder, if you have any questions for me or the guest, please use the command in the chat, !questions. When it comes time, we'll switch it over to there. Let's start taking questions from the chat using the Google document. All you have to do is type in your username and your question, and that's how we do it. So yeah, and also you get free emotes as well if you just follow the stream, so it's simple as it is. So hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, the emotion likes to derp out half the time, even though I'm not like doing anything. So yeah, without further ado, let's introduce our guest for tonight's interview. All right. Just asking for confirmation, make sure she's ready to go. Ready to go. Oops. Hello?
Hello, how's it going?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. I'm super excited.
Yeah. Welcome to my talk show, my interview with you.
Yay.
Hangout.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course, yeah. I mean, this is such a big plan, you know. You and I have been talking for a while, so I thought, I think it's about time, and I spent a lot of time and effort working on getting this to function over on Discord rather than in VR chat. I think it's a big improvement for someone like me. So. Yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
I know that you're really excited to interview VTubers like outside of VR chat too. So I'm happy for you.
Thank you. So let's start off by saying with a very simple question. So how'd you come up with your username, TaneTenshi?
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're in for a little bit of a weeaboo story. I'll just say. So this is back in high school. I had a group of friends and we were all weeaboos. But the thing is, oh my goodness, even my leap motion is kind of like, like when your hands just do something that you don't want.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a group of friends and they all had like weeb names. And so basically, they were like, oh, you should also have a weeb name. So I was thinking, okay, I don't know what this is supposed to mean. Maybe.
Uh-oh. Glitch in the Matrix. Hold on, we'll come back. It's the internet.
And there was an NPC in the game called Tane, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Sorry, hold on. You have to repeat yourself. The last like 15 seconds you froze.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, on my end.
Oh no. Oh, darn internet. Oh no. Okay, so I played this one game on the PlayStation 2 called Inuyasha Secret of the Cursed Mask.
Okay.
And there was an NPC in the game called Tane, and I was like, oh, that's like cute. And so I looked it up, and it said seed in Japanese, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. But so here's the thing, I like alliteration, so I was thinking of like kind of like first name, last name. So I went with Tenshi, and my friends are...
No, please. Internet. Praise the internet lords. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can figure this out.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, you're lagging out. So let me first crank you up, and let me see.
No, no internet.
No,
No.
no, no. I just think it's just. Hold on. Oh, maybe this is what might fix it. Okay, there. Now this might work a lot better. It said unknown region, like like the region we're connecting to. So now I switched to US
Oh.
East. So maybe that helps.
Oh. Okay. Internet, please.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, let's see if that helps.
Okay. Um, so I guess for like the last part, so I had like a first name last name kind of thing that I was thinking, and I like alliteration, so I went with Tenshi,
Okay.
which means angel in Japanese. So you can see it's kind of it's flipped at the moment, I guess, as you can see,
Okay.
or rather fallen angel, I think at this point, but succubus VTuber.
Oh yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean that literally goes into my next question. So my next question is explain your character design lore and why'd you pick a succubus? So I guess that kind of answers the question in a way.
In a way, because okay, here's the thing. I used to like stream like IRL before being a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
So the funny thing is, well, there's a few things. I am a teacher, and when I was streaming, people on stream were like, "You're basically Big Titty Onesan," and I was like, "Oh, how nice of you."
Oh, thanks.
And I was just thinking, you know what? Let's fall into this character a little bit more. So wouldn't it be nice to have a succubus as a teacher, perhaps?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, isn't that like every boy's dream, you know? Chat, come on, listen, when you went to school, did you want a succubus teacher? I mean, I know I did. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know?
I'm sure you'll behave, that's for sure.
Okay, yeah, of course. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to stick around for extracurricular activities. Like, listen, I'm wholesome. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. I mean, look at me. I look like I'm the principal. So I mean, I'm you know,
Look at this, we're both in red.
I know.
It's true.
It
Oh,
was meant to
Rebel.
be. It was meant to be.
Oh, we're gonna send you to the principal, everyone. Rebel's gonna have
Oh
to
yeah.
speak to you.
Hmm. So my next question is, how did it feel to become partnered on Twitch? After streaming for a while.
Oh, well, I was really happy. I remember I got Twitch partner in April. I believe it was April 9th, around there. Um, my gosh, I was just over the moon. Well, for this year, I've been streaming on Twitch for like 3 years,
Hmm.
and I did like 1 year. Well, I guess it would be a little bit more than a year now of VTubing. So I'm really happy. I feel like I put a lot of work into it, and yeah, I'm happy with with where things are going.
Hmm.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah.
My next question is, how'd you get into how'd you get into drawing and your art style? How'd you come up with that? Was it from like artists? Were you just watching on anime, reading manga? How'd you decide about your art style and stuff like that?
Oh, so I feel like when it comes to art, I've been always drawing since I was young. I feel like, well, Sailor Moon was like the thing that got me into anime. I love Sailor Moon. I love magical girls. I love anything with big moe, huge eyes.
Hmm.
So I feel like when I was younger, I was doing it more so for fun. But around the time, let me think about this, because when it comes to digital art, I got like a small tablet, like one of those like bamboo Wacom tablets,
Okay.
when I was in high school. But when it came to Photoshop, I found that Photoshop was very overwhelming. Well, at least I thought so. There were so many functions and so many things to learn about Photoshop. And I think when I was younger, there wasn't as many like good tutorials, but there's a lot of good tutorials now. Um, so I guess long story short, I wanted to start taking art seriously. I think it was like 2018, around that time. Um, in a way, I kind of wanted to push myself. I wanted to start drawing more pieces, around like 3 a month, just despite working full time, of course. I I wanted to just be happy to do art again. So I was like, you know what, Tane, do like 3 art pieces a month and push yourself. So then I decided to do that. Um, but I guess like when it comes to art style, I love anime girls. There's so many artists that I look up to. It would be hard to list them all, but There's a few Dojin artists I like. There's several people that are on like Twitter, Instagram. Um, hmm. Anyone who draws pretty girls, I feel like I can appreciate that.
For the to explain what's the best way to describe a doujin anime or manga for those obviously who are not fully versed in the memes, the culture.
The culture.
Hmm.
Well, I guess when it comes to anime, I guess Japanese animation. So thinking about Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z,
Oh,
things
okay.
like that. Um, I think a lot of normies like Dragon Ball Z. Would you agree with that? I don't know. So they
Normies
wouldn't.
liking Dragon Ball Z. I would I guess I can agree on that. I mean, a lot of people, they like it because like when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't think Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z or Inuyasha and stuff. I didn't think that was anime. I was just like, that's a cartoon. And then when I would go to school, I'll be like, Goku's cool, man. And everyone's like, yeah, that's cool. And then when I learned it was anime, everyone's like, ew, anime, gross. You're a loser now, you know?
Oh, it was the same for me too. Like, I think a lot of people are very lucky now because they didn't have to deal with it. But
Yeah.
man, when you were growing up, people would be like, "You're the weird kid for liking anime," and even for like reading manga, which are the comics.
Yeah, of course.
People would come up to me around like lunchtime and stuff, being like, "Why are you reading that book backwards? That's weird."
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel that.
But I guess for when it comes to Dojin, so Dojin are amateur books that are published. So think about like Comiket is the biggest convention. Actually, okay, let me think about this because Comiket is the biggest. It's non-automotive convention in the world, so it's pretty cool.
Oh.
There, yeah, there's so many people selling their dojins, so amateur comics, but also like tons of people cosplaying, and there's industry stuff like so anything and everything that's related to anime. Man, going to Comic-Con is fun. I've been there a few times.
Well, what was it like going there? Was it like a huge experience? Was it a lot of fun? Was there any positive, negatives, anything like that?
Oh, well, I would say overall, it was very fun, but definitely got to prepare yourself beforehand. Um, so people go even before the first train.
Hmm.
You are basically lining up like, oh gosh, thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Basically for the Tokyo Big Sight, I think it was for comparing how many people, the population of my town 3 times over
Oh, wow.
in this one
Holy,
location. And I come from like a smaller town in Canada, so I was just like, oh my god, there's so many people here.
that's crazy. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
but just for the love of Dojin, the love for that cultured material. Yes,
Hmm.
yes. Some people wait in line for a few hours for certain artists to get what you want, to get whether it be merch bundles, and also Dojin, cosplaying with your friends, whatever is like your goal to go over to that convention. It's really fun.
Nice. My next question is, how'd you get into VTubing culture and the community itself?
Ooh, so I feel like when it comes to VTubing, so I started watching VTubers, I guess, when Kizuna Ai was starting. So I would say that was around, I'd say 20, was it 2018? I think it was 2018, like around that time. I was watching Kizuna Ai when she was like first starting up, and I was like fascinated. I was like, wow, she's an anime character. She's so cute. And there's somebody like, well, voice acting her, playing a
Hmm.
character. And I just thought that was so adorable. Doing Let's Plays on YouTube and everything. There was another one that I was watching, Kaguya Luna. She basically like played this like a drunk character who drank strong zero and loved shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see here. And there was like a few other ones as well at the time. And then that's when I was learning about Hololive. So they weren't necessarily 3D, they were like 2D. Oh, and then let me actually there was another one that I was watching here just a minute. I always forget about her, but she has a cute character design. Sana Natori. She's like a little like nurse
Okay.
like VTuber.
Hmm.
I think That she was probably like one of the first ones that I saw that were like live 2D. She has like a little eggplant motif, but she looks like a little nurse and she's very cute.
Oh, nice.
And but then I started learning about like Fubuki, Hololive, like the Hololive girls.
Hmm.
I think it's interesting when they were streaming because it was like relatable. You can connect more to your audience that way. Um, and then I guess for getting my own avatar, I found somebody who was doing models, and the person who did my model is Dee Dee Mavis. And I I learned later on because I wasn't too familiar about that. They did this in Vroid, and I was like, "Oh." And
Oh, wow.
I thought they did really good work for a
Hmm.
Vroid
Yeah, I can
avatar.
agree. Yeah, looks really good, honestly, for a V. Like, I always see people on Twitter bash V-Roids. They're always just like, yeah, that's entry level stuff, bro. If you want to be serious, get this model from this person. And I'm just like, that's not what it's about. Like, there are people that can really do really good stuff with a V-Roid. I mean, I know my friend Fia Bunny, who did the virtual reality show on YouTube. She works using a Vroid, and most people who start off
Mm.
start with Vroids. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people still use them. I feel like it's a good baseline, and like I feel like some people spend 3-4 grand on a model and then expect, oh man, everyone's gonna start watching me now because I have a cool model. Like, no, it's a lot to do with personality and feel and who you are as a person, right? You can
Mhm.
buy a Lamborghini and think you're cool, but that doesn't make your stream,
Yeah.
you know.
It's true. I feel like when it comes to maybe doing VTubing, playing maybe like a caricature to like some extent, you have to, well, you're embodying something. I think a lot of people are kind of like very much themselves. I feel like I kind of like do a little bit of both.
Hmm.
Um, but the thing is, you don't have to have something that's I don't want like nothing like that's too over the top. Um, Sometimes I think people want to have things that are more over the top, but sometimes simple is okay.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, maybe when it comes to streaming or it comes to like doing things like this, um, I guess we see it on Twitter sometimes. Some people don't really like doing it, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. You don't want to spend a lot of money doing that if you're not going to get into it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like well, for some streamers that already like are in the streaming world or YouTube world, a lot of them more recently have got into VTubing, and I'm all for it. Like, I'm not against anybody that wants to join, who's been streaming for 10 years or whatever. But you can definitely tell that some people are in it for the trend. Like they'll see like the Hololive people, and they'll be like, oh snap! If I get a Hololive, or sorry, if I get a model, I'll get like 1,000,000 views, next video or whatever. Some people, it's kind of like playing Among Us when that was a trend. When you're playing, the new game that came out, So there was definitely some streamers that did that, but a lot of those don't last. They'll just do it for like once or
Hmm.
twice, and they're like, this is dumb. Okay, let's go back to face cam.
I would
So
say, like, even like when it comes to models and stuff, people can very much get lucky as well, depending on like their model design and everything. But I would say for the most part, it's a lot of hard work to get to where you want to get to. Um, for many people,
mhm.
I'd say. Hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like it can be a culture shock to some people because, someone who's been doing face cam for 8 years and then suddenly turns it off and becomes a virtual avatar. Like, I've actually gotten that because I used to be a YouTuber, and so I actually have a business email, and some people have sent me emails over the years. They're like, dude, what happened, man? You used to play like Counter Strike, and now like you're some anime girl. I don't get it. Like, what happened, dude?
Well, I guess that's the other thing too. People can always, I guess, rebrand or reinvent themselves as well. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. I think when it comes to, I guess, VTubing, people are a lot more comfortable doing it this way. I think when it comes to technology as well, I'm very interested to see like what's going to happen. Um, Even when it comes to, well, 3D, 2D. Um, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening. Even like, okay, so 2D stuff is looking pretty good, like with
Hmm.
the amount of like rigging people can do. 3D is looking amazing as well. Like we can only get
Yeah.
better from here. Your waifus are going to be looking so good. So good.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, like, just look at like VCat. You know, Waifu Baby was performing as an like technically kind of like an idol performing on stage, rapping and doing like music and stuff like that was cool. I was like, what the heck? You know, because when I think of a VTuber, I just think of like someone playing gameplay. You know, like playing some game, having like the model in the corner. And now we have like performers, musicians. You know, people like that. I'm like, whoa! Now this is there's something going on here. You know. And then we have people
Hmm.
using like face tracking, like me. You know, when I blink, I smile, my eyebrows. You know, I can move them. All these different things, like because I came from VR chat where I had to do that with like the controllers. You know, now I can just smile and it smiles. You know, like that's impressive in itself because, you know, when we think of technology of VTubers, I always think back to like Avatar the movie and things like that. Like those came out years and years ago, but they were using like $1 million, you know, mocap suits and all this tracking and all this technology that we'll never have because it'll cost $1 million to rent out the studio for a day and no one's gonna do that. Like that's like I remember watching Kazumi AI like years ago, like 10 years ago. I thought that was cool, but I was like, okay, that's not going to be a thing for me because that's like a team of like scientists, you know, like some NASA scientists working in the background doing all this crazy stuff, you know. But
Well, I guess
obviously,
that's yeah, that's the whole other thing too. Like depending on for certain people, people have like teams backing them up. So I think it's really impressive when people who are like, well, indie, like who you're your own production basically.
yeah, like myself, you know, I obviously I'm not like on the same level as some VTubers, you know, but what I can do is definitely still impressive. Like I'm running a virtual talk show. You know, I translated from VR chat to Discord, and I'm able to switch camera angles and do all these cool effects and stuff like that. And you know, that's impressive in itself. You know, like I'm still pushing the boundaries and really maximizing what I can, and you know, in the future it's going to even get even better. So, yeah, I think it's really cool.
Things can only get better, and I think that's going to be super exciting. Um, let's see here. I'm just trying to think because it is very nice in a way. Like you can do all of your expressions. Like people know that when you are enjoying something. You can also like, well, I know you have like the face tracking and everything, so it goes with your expressions. I still have like my hotkeys and everything, but it's still really fun to like play around with them and everything.
Hey, yeah, like the spook face. What?
Chalk.
Yeah, shock face. But I have to go. I just open my mouth. Like that's that's all I do. So, for me, I personally actually prefer like me just doing my face rather than clicking a button because I used to use Suva and I have to click a button to like,
Hmm.
oh, this is, you know, shocked. I'll forget like, oh, this one's for the love emote. Or this one's for, you know, crying emoji or whatever, like crying expression. Like I just forgot which button did what. Excuse me. So
Hmm.
I preferred just doing my own face. Uh,
It, it's kind of interesting when VTubing was like kind of first starting as well, because I remember that people were using their VR chat models in Suva. And I remember that I think it was like some people were telling some people like they were using Suva, but there were also people saying like I'm using a secret program and I'm not going to tell you like kind of thing as well.
oh yeah. I remember those days. People are like, yeah, I'm not gonna
Hmm.
tell you how to do this. I think
Yeah.
I think it was like a couple years ago. I remember when I interviewed Foxy Joel, Porcelain Maid. I think he told me
Hmm.
about this. Where like only very few people knew because he was one of the first to do like the art streams with like a VTuber model, and people are like, "Yo, what the, what's happening?" And you know, over time it became more and more norm. But obviously, some people back then were like, "Nah, you're." Listen, you ain't getting this, all right? You ain't getting this, all right? You got to pay me like $1,000. Maybe I'll teach you how to do it, you know? And it was the same thing when I played VR chat 3.5 years ago. It wasn't really like a public knowledge how to stream VR games. It was a word of mouth thing, and I actually just straight up just told people how to do it. I didn't like keep it a secret and like paywall or dono wall people or like gatekeep
Yeah.
is what the word I was looking for. Like, I didn't do
Yeah.
that. I just felt like, who cares? I mean, if you have to gatekeep, then I feel like you're very insecure.
I was just
about
about to
yourself.
say that. I was just about to say that because why would you want to hide information from people unless if you know that they're going to succeed or do something, you know?
Yeah, like I'll obviously I'm not gonna name names. This is not some drama channel, but there are people that I remember, specific like YouTubers to streamers that did that. Like I would talk to them, and they would just completely blow me off. I'm like, I'm not telling you. That's a trade secret. And then a friend of mine,
Trade
yeah,
trade
yeah, that's what they
secret.
said. I was like, okay, dude. And then I got a friend to explain it all to me, and I was like, wow, that's
Mhm.
actually pretty easy. And then I realized, okay, so they're doing it as a trade secret. Like I turned off my leap motion, by the way, if anyone's wondering why my hands aren't moving because I was derping out too much.
Oh, it's okay.
Um,
Leap motion's kind of derpy every once in a
yeah,
while, but we're trying
it
our
was
best.
distracting me when my hands go in my face too much. But basically, this person was like, "Oh, it's a trade secret. You're not allowed to know this." And I was like, "What?" So I asked a friend of mine, and they did everything they just did. Like they explained it to me, like step by step. They said this is actually not that complicated. And my friend was like, "I'm surprised they don't want to tell you. I guess they're just super insecure that they think that someone's gonna be better than them and just do the same thing but better, essentially." So
Well, yeah, I feel like it's kind of interesting. There were like a few YouTube tutorials at the time.
yeah,
I started out with Leopard and I had to figure out how to like go onto Booth and then like purchase it. I mean, I guess you could use Google Translate if you want to, but like going to get that program in Japanese, get the license for it and everything. But it's really nice having like VC Face. VC Face like has gone so much better, and that's like a free program.
yeah.
So it's interesting how things are going. Although I think people use like Leopard or VC Face also for like their face tracking too. I think you could use either because you just use the iPhone, right? Like with your
Yeah,
um
I
AR
personally
kit and
use
everything.
VC Face because it's free. Leopard's $80, and then there's Suva, which doesn't work with the face tracking because they use the
Hmm.
because you're going to use the Tobii Eye Track, which is what I used originally, which would just track my eyeballs, which was cool at the
Ah,
time.
okay.
But then I learned about the iPhone, and then they're like, the iPhone tracking doesn't work on Suva. I mean, maybe eventually it will. The guy who made it, I forget
Mm.
his name now. It starts with a G, GH or something like that.
Uh,
But I remember when he first made his program, it was like $16. Now it's $1 because all these other competitors are basically free, and it's like, why spend X amount of money when I can get a better program for free? So I remember him
hmm.
like reducing his price a lot, and he felt like super subconscious because he's like, oh man, my program's not as good enough. But I mean, for the time he made this like 2 years ago, I mean, like he definitely had a lot of customers.
I it's funny how you also mentioned that Leopard is like now $80 because I remember when it used to be 50. So they're doing well.
Oh, they increased the price, really?
Yeah, because I paid $50 for it when
Oh,
yeah, which was like
okay.
last year, February, March, something around there.
I mean, I could buy it, but I was just like, I already have VC Face and it works. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't
no,
need to spend another additional money when I don't have to.
yeah, for sure. I was skeptical about VC Face at first, but then when I saw it was getting like so much better, like I'm happy I can like move my eyebrows and like I think I get to like smile a lot more too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of like tracks my mouth a little bit more too.
Hmm.
I can kind of like pog a little bit.
Yeah, I can pog.
Yeah.
It looks like
We
I'm
pogging.
screaming. Yeah. It looks
We
like,
pogging now.
yeah, it looks like I'm like,
Oh my god, your face. Oh. I just saw the lower teeth, the lower teeth. Whoa.
yeah. I mean, I am exaggerating it, but yeah, I can go full pog.
Full pog. Oh my gosh. But I would say like overall it's fun. I feel like when doing VTubing, it's very comfy.
Hmm.
I feel like when I was doing art streams and everything, I feel like I was making derpy faces while like concentrating and stuff like that. So don't have to worry about making derpy faces anymore.
Absolutely.
That kind of thing.
So, my next question is, what is your currently like your favorite animes, current and past?
Oh no, favorite. Oh, I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
list
yeah.
for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, let me think hard about this because there's a few. There's a few I would say, like maybe like a top 10 in like no specific order.
Okay.
Sailor Moon has a special place in my heart because that's the one that I started out with. Plus, Sailor Moon's really good. It's a very good anime. Um, Lots of life lessons. Lots of life lessons in Sailor Moon. Um, I think for an anime, okay, I'm trying to think about this because when I was younger, I was watching like Digimon, Pokemon, um, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, kind of like whatever was like on YTV at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Um,
remember
oh
YTV.
yeah,
Carlos and Sugar. Let's go.
Carlos and Sugar.
Uh huh.
Um, but I feel like the thing that really got me into anime though was Inuyasha. And I think that was around like middle school or so for me. Um,
Selfish
Inuyasha
King
was
underscore just
I think it was nice
resubscribed for
watching
6
like a
months.
somewhat
Thanks to
more
Jib Jib
mature
Flutterhouse
anime.
for my sub gift. Hi, you big cuties.
It's interesting. Kind of like looking back at Inuyasha, I was kind of rewatching it a little bit. It starts out kind of like a shoujo, well, because it's like isekai, but then it turns like more like shonen fighter at kind of like near the end. But yeah, a little bit of some love story, a little bit of some fighting, a little bit of some hot demon action, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I really love the Monogatari series. I think it's really nice seeing like all the girls' perspectives for like each of their stories. Mr. Araragi trying to like solve them all. Yeah, the Monogatari series is like really good. I think it blends a lot of seriousness, but lots of memes as well. Well, comedy and serious storytelling, but also it's very surreal.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because of Shaft. Anything that Shaft touches is surreal to some extent, I'd say. Also, the Shaft head tilt. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm speaking about, but like the head tilt.
Head tilt.
Well, the head tilt. If you just look up on Google like Shaft head tilt.
Okay. I'll do that at some point in time. Have you watched like any of the JoJos?
Oh yeah, I was actually going to mention JoJo was probably one of my more recent favorites. I started out watching Stardust Crusaders, which is like part 3, and then I went back to watch like part 1 and part 2. And this was around like when Stardust Crusaders finished. I was reading the manga, so I went to go read part 4. And then the anime came out, so I was like, I know what's gonna happen. And then I went to go read part 5, and then part 5 of the anime came out. I'm like, I know what's gonna happen now too. I need to finish Stone Ocean before Stone Ocean comes out. I know that JoJo gets good around Steel Ball Run, and I'm really looking forward to catching up on some more JoJo. I was told recently, I think JoJolion basically just like finished recently or is going to finish recently or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the thing that's really interesting about JoJo is that it's super wacky. You can't take it seriously. They're having like these serious like kind of, oh, I got you, but now I got you, like kind of like fights like back and forth kind of thing.
I feel that.
Yeah, I'm excited about Stone Ocean though. That's like the female protagonist JoJo, Jolene.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, actually. Yeah. So it's coming out this December or something, isn't it? Like Christmas or something on Netflix?
I think it should be something like that. Something. Yeah, I'm I'm really looking forward to that. Seeing more Jotaro as well.
Yeah, all the crazy poses. I always see
Yeah.
people in VR chat or IRL doing those poses. I'm like, hey, I get the reference now. I get what they're doing, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, cause you said like some more favorites of anime. So there's this one anime I like. It's kind of trashy, but it was is one of my favorites. So it's called Kanazuki no Miko, or something of Shrine Maidens. Oh my god, what is the English title again? Something of Shrine Maidens, Destiny of Shrine Maidens. So basically what happens is that there's this girl and she befriends like a rich girl who's like, so they're like best friends and everything. Um, so what happens is that they find out that they're reincarnations of shrine maidens, and they have to go fight these mecha as shrine
Okay.
maidens. Yeah, and so there's Yuri, and the main character is trying to figure out if she wants to date this guy who happens to be on the enemy side, but he's trying to fight off the evil that's happening in his brain, I guess. So he's trying to help them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a nice love story. It's a nice love story. I think that was probably one of my first Yuri anime, so I was like, hell yeah.
When I
So
think
if you
of
want to,
yeah, when I think of Yuri, I think of Yuri on Ice. You know, that's the first thing that pops in my brain whenever I think about Yuri.
oh, also good anime. I really liked watching Yuri on Ice. But yes, thank you. Yuri means girl with girl. Yes, yes it does.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Scandalous.
Scandalous, just like my Japanese anime waifus.
Um, hmm. I can't think of too much anything at the moment, like anything else, but I feel like when it comes to recent stuff, we're very spoiled for a lot of anime now. There's so many good stories,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are finishing too, which is good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me personally, when I watch an anime, I don't like animes that are like 1,000 episodes. I don't like that because it's just like that's just too daunting to watch. And then people like be like, "Oh, did you watch episode 982?" And I'm like, "What?" I don't know. It's like, dude, I just want to watch something that has like 20 something episodes per season and call it a day. You know, like JoJo's
Yeah.
a good length per season. Like that's fine to me. You know, like or
Mm-hmm.
some of the animes are just 12 episodes, kind of like a Netflix series. A lot of them are just 12 episodes, an hour each, or 30 minutes or whatever, and that's good enough for me. Like I don't need 500 episodes and half of them are filler about, oh, what's Krillin doing, you know, what's this character doing. It's like, man, do I really want to know what this guy's doing? Oh, I gotta power up for 20 episodes. When's he gonna turn Super Saiyan? What's going on?
But I guess that's kind of the thing about recent shows. They don't really want to take a risk for anime production, right? So they're like, okay, maybe 12 episodes will be safe, maybe 24 episodes will be safe. And essentially anime is an advertisement for the manga.
Yeah.
I can understand why shonen is very lengthy because they have to be lengthy. It's very much in demand. Like weekly Shonen Jump, it's weekly. But when it comes to anime and stuff, I can understand why people like One Piece. I know that One Piece is good, but I tried to read One Piece and I couldn't really get into it when I was younger. I want to give it another try, but it's hard to find the time later on. But I know One Piece is good. I have a few friends who really love One Piece.
I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch One Piece like years ago as a kid, and I don't remember watching the first because it was like on like YTV or something like that, I think, and it would show like the English dub, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, I guess. And then uh, but you know, this is before I had the internet, but like you know, before I would watch stuff online, so I had to like you know stay up to purposely watch Dragon Ball Z or Gundam or whatever, and it kind of got daunting where like you know I wouldn't they wouldn't sometimes they wouldn't show this like the next episode, so sometimes they'll skip like 3 episodes or like go back, like I don't know what was going on, but sometimes they would do that, so sometimes I was like, miss out on some things and I was just like, oh man, what the heck. So and then you know I lost track of the anime, and then years later I hear about One Piece like episode whatever it is like 500 or 600, and then I see an episode or like I saw it on YouTube. That's what it was. I saw like clips on YouTube just to see like how's the anime progressing, and all the characters are getting like more older and like new crewmates and all that stuff. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's going on in this anime, man? What happened to Nami, dude? Where's your waist at, man? What's going on? What?
Honestly though, it's just interesting that we're talking about shonen stuff. Because for Bleach, they're gonna be animating some more Bleach soon, and I'm very excited for that.
I actually, when I was in high school, I used to watch Bleach, and then I got to like episode 140, and then I stopped because I was watching like 10 episodes a day in the summer, And then, or like, yeah, and then what ended up happening was this is before unlimited internet, so the internet would like run out. You know, you only had like 500 gigs you could use a month, and then you watch too
Oh, I
much,
feel that.
and
I
then
feel that.
you know your parents get mad at you and be like, "What the hell are you doing? Go outside and mow the lawn or something." I'm like, you know, too much of those cartoons.
I'm gonna say something too. Living in the age of dial-up, like when your parents are like, yes, we don't need to use or we don't need to use the phone right now. You can go on the internet,
Yes.
or that thing
Yeah,
too.
and you're like.
Uh,
Yeah. Those are the sounds. All these Zoomers, all these generation. What is it? Z now? Whatever it is, they don't know about that, man. They're like 2 years old and get an iPhone 12 for Christmas. You know?
well, I was just gonna say, I think there's a lot of people now that don't know what the dial-up sounds like. So we know what it sounds like.
Listen, we know what it sounds like. Okay. And it would take like 5 minutes to like load up like a single like web page.
Oh yeah.
And you would have to scan lines too, like when you're opening up like an image on Google, and then it would like load like one line at a time, like
Oh
like a
yeah.
printer. I was like, oh, what's that? Oh my god, anime. You're like, finally I could read it. What is that?
Oh my goodness. Also, LimeWire, Kazaa, all that
Oh
fun stuff. Yeah. And
yeah.
I want this anime episode. Oh, that's not anime.
Oh,
Oh, what is this?
what
Oh.
is this?
What is
What the
this?
heck? What's going on here? What are those two
Oh,
people
yeah.
doing? What? What kind of anime am I watching? This ain't no anime. What? Mom! It's a virus!
Oh, DivX. Oh gosh. I think I watched like a few of like Full Metal Alchemist episodes on DivX as well. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Yes, the early days of the internet.
My next question is
Oh.
any old school games you grew up on that you remember?
So I grew up with like the Nintendo Entertainment System, so I would say that I was playing a lot of like Super Mario, Duck Hunt. Well, the one that was like Mario and Duck Hunt together.
Okay.
Yeah. I played a little bit. I can't remember which Atari system it was, but I remember my father acquired like this one Atari, and it was like a baseball game, and I played like a little bit of that, but not too much. I had this one karate game for like the Nintendo Entertainment System, Bubble Bobble. There's like a few of like those. Oh shoot, but I really loved the Nintendo 64. It's a Nintendo 64. Oh my goodness. Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Super Mario 64. Man, the Nintendo 64 had a lot of really good games. I played a lot of stuff on the Game Boy. Played a lot of stuff on the Game Boy Advance. Pokemon Puzzle League, yo, yes, Pokemon Puzzle League. I had it for the Game Boy and also for Nintendo 64 as well. Trying to think of like, the sad time was when I had to sell my Nintendo 64 and my Game Boy because I really wanted to play I really wanted to play PlayStation 2 games. And I know like some parents were like this, but not all parents, but they were like, "Oh, but you can only have one system. You can't have two."
What?
So I was like, my Nintendo
No
64.
way. My parents weren't like that.
But I wanted to play like mature games like, well, Devil May Cry 3, and like I wanted to play Persona 3. There was like a lot of cool games for like the PlayStation 2. I never got to play like the PlayStation. I got to play a little bit of the PlayStation and like the Sega Genesis at friends' houses, but yeah.
I
Video
gotcha.
game consoles were expensive and video games were still very expensive.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
for me, my childhood was my first console was the Game Boy, not even like just the handheld, and like a computer. Um, and then my first actual console was the PS1. I didn't even have an N64 or anything like that. I think my cousins got it, but I never went to their house, so I never played it. But yeah, the PS1 was my first one, and I remember like getting one of the first games was like Digimon World 1, whatever it's
Ooh,
called.
nice. Yeah.
And then like I remember playing like what was it, like Spider-Man on the PS1. The one where like you're just like you're on a bunch of skyscrapers and you can't like fall below the skyscrapers or you just die. It was like so weird. It was like I was like, what the heck is this game? Like Spider-Man just slinging through, like and the web's just like attached to like the sky like clouds. It made no sense. I was like, what is this game? Like, how is this based off of the movie? You know? But yeah, PS1 was a lot of fun. I never really played it, but you know, Metal Gear Solid, stuff like that. Twisted Metal, a lot of very classic PS1 games. Because I couldn't get all the games, I had to get demo disc. That was like the big thing for me back in the day, was the demo disc. Basically,
Oh, it's true. They would have them in like magazines and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would,
Yeah.
yeah, you would subscribe. My mom would subscribe to like Nintendo Power and whatever the PlayStation one was, and pretty much every month it would be a magazine, and it would showcase all the upcoming games, have like interviews, maybe some cheat codes, and be like, oh yeah, if you want to do this thing, do this, and then it would come with like a disc, and the disc would have like 10 games in it or 8 or whatever. Though most of the games on the demo disc were trash, heart garbage, and well, for me at least. And it was because a lot of them were like sports games. They'd be like MLB 2001. And I'm like, listen, I don't care for that. But some of them had some good gems on them. Some of them had like Sonic on them. Some of them had Tony Hawk on them, like Underground and stuff. Yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
really fun. Yeah, man.
Those were the days. And then eventually I got a I think it was a PS. When did the PS2 come out? 2002, 2003. So I think I got Xbox first, because Xbox came with I got with Halo, and then you know that was basically took over my life. And then I got PS2, and that was for my brother's birthday, and we got GTA San Andreas with it. So that was woo.
Woo!
Yeah, San Andreas was like the game. Every kid in my not high school, public school had that. They're like, yeah, GTA, dude, Vice City, dude, 3 San Andreas, dude, bro. That was so cool, man. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at us reminiscing, everyone.
Yeah.
I just wanted to emphasize, because I saw what Dead Guy said. I am not a sellout. I had to sell it because I wanted to play PlayStation 2 games. I still love my Nintendo games, but I had to because I wanted to play other games too. And I was really sad. I was really sad about Kappa. Oh my gosh. But I feel like but later on, PC gaming is really fun. I did play a lot of The Sims. There was like some like really like dated racing games and I guess like golf games that I played on the PC though, like before.
Oh,
but
PGA Pro Tour 2005.
something like that. But, oh my gosh. But ever since buying games on Steam, I have a problem. Everyone. There's too many good games on Steam. They're very affordable. There's so many good sales.
Yeah, I mean, it's the honest truth. I mean, I after PS2, I just went to I had a choice, PS3 or Xbox. I couldn't have both. My parents were like, we can't get both. You have to pick one. So I decided to go with Xbox. So I was like, well, I love Halo and I play more Xbox and PlayStation. So I ended up getting a 360, and that was my last console that I actually owned. I don't even own a PS4. I don't even own a Switch. Never own a Wii.
Oh,
Like, I just went
cool.
pure 360 because I couldn't afford another console. So I have like 100 Xbox 360 games, and that's basically what was my life until very much I started YouTube. So like that was 2012. So ever since like 2012ish, I just went pure PC because I noticed that like Xbox games were in Canada they're $79.99 plus taxes, like 80 something, maybe even $90 for a game, and I can't afford that. So when I went on Steam and I found about Steam sales, I was like, holy smokes, I can buy like 20 games for $100. Let's go. And I have
let's go.
I have like 400 games that I don't even play, but at least I have them.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. When you want to play them, you have them, and that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, well, I guess even like speaking about consoles, I missed a few generations of like in between stuff because I never got to get the Super Nintendo, and I know a lot of people really loved the Super Nintendo. Um, but then I had the Nintendo 64, but then
Mm-hmm.
I missed out on the GameCube. Um, and
Oh, I had a
then
GameCube.
yeah, I wanted to play a lot of games on the GameCube, but we couldn't afford it at the time. What was it? Mario Sunshine, Pikmin. I think there was Metal Gear Solid game that was on there that was like really good. There was many games on the GameCube that were really really fun.
I only
Um,
had like 3 GameCube games. One of them was Super Smash Brother, or not Super, Smash Melee, like like that one,
mhm.
and Pokemon Coliseum, and
Oh yeah.
the other Pokemon game, the Pokemon Black and something. I don't remember what it was called. It's where you play your Pokemon. Your starters are. It's when it introduced like tag teams. So you had like you play as
Mhm.
some random dude, and you have like the both Eevees, like the Eevee evolutions are like the Psychic and the Dark, wherever the hell that was. That was basically the game, and like it was such a different experience. Yeah, that one. It was such a different experience because normal. I played Pokemon, and you know you start. It's just on a Game Boy, you know, SP whatever, DS, and this one like you don't catch Pokemon. You just defeat like evil trainers, and then you capture them, and then like when an evil Pokemon shows up, you have to like catch it and then have to convert it to a good or something like that. It had more of a
Mm.
storyline than just like, oh, kill the Pokemon, you know, do this thing, you know.
Oh no.
And you had like only a very rare opportunity to get that Pokemon. Like you had to fight that trainer, and then you had to get
Mhm.
lucky, and then you had to like then catch it. Like, oh, now I have 3 Pokemon. Like, because of half the game, you only have like 2. It's like,
Oh
damn.
gosh.
Yeah,
Hard mode.
yeah. It was literally hard mode.
Oh jeez. Oh, let me see. I was trying to think because, like, for DS games, there was like a lot of good DS games as well. Um, oh, and then for like other handheld systems, what was it? PSP,
Hmm.
PS Vita. I didn't do the PS Go. Okay, funny thing about the PS Go, I think they were a little bit too ahead of their time. They were doing like digital purchases for games, and it kind of like flopped because you couldn't actually like put in like PlayStation Portable games inside of it. It
Hmm.
was only digital only games. And then like look at where we are today.
Yeah, I think they messed up on that one. Like I never owned a PS Vita. My friend did, and he'd be like, "Oh, look at these games, dude! I can play PlayStation games. You know, when I'm playing the bus." And I'm like, "Okay," and then I'm like, "Bro, like so," but you know,
So
so, you know, like I don't know. I wasn't. It was just kind of whatever. It's just like, dude, I ain't paying like that much money, and then you know, no one even touches the PS Vita now. I mean, isn't there oh, what's that new console? Not the Nintendo Switch. Isn't there another one that's kind of like that? This, oh no, the Steam thing. That's right. They
oh yeah, yeah, there's that. I actually kind of wonder if there's a lot of people that pre-ordered for that because I think I
yeah,
just kind of
Steam
want to
Deck
yeah, I think I just kind of want to keep to my
computer.
um computer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
I
I
will.
feel like when it comes to traveling, I use my Switch a lot. So
Yeah, it's just like for me, the
Mhm.
Steam Deck is not for me. It's yeah, if you're traveling a lot or in school or something, yeah, Steam Deck's the way to go. But I sit in my ass
Yeah.
anyway in front of my computer, so why do I need a console to sit in my ass when I already have my computer in front of me with a 3080 Ti in it? Like,
We're VTubers. We sit our ass in front of our computer. That's what
yeah,
we do.
yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh. But yeah, my goodness. Uh a look back on gaming. Hmm. I feel like there's just been so many interesting games over time. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Um um I feel like when it comes to a lot of games, I do love a lot of like JRPGs. So I like things that have like a lot of story, like I know the grinding is very not nice to do, but but uh
Hmm.
big levels, big numbers when you hit things. It's fun. And good story. Good story is always like I
Hmm.
love anything with a good atmosphere, good characters. Yeah. hmm
I get you.
that's why I feel like the Persona series is like one of my favorites. I started with Persona 3. Um, I was just blown away that it's like I can do a dating sim and fight monsters at the same time.
Yeah. Catch your best anime husbando or waifu, and you're like, damn, this game's the best. I've
Mhm.
actually never played a Persona game, but I know all about it. Like I know the
Mhm.
lore, and I think the one I really like watched was 5, because that was the newest one that came
Mhm.
out a couple years ago, and everybody was all about
Oh,
it, and I was
5
just
is so good.
I'm
Mhm.
just like, oh, and then they keep like updating it. So don't they have like the newest update that just came out like not too long ago with like DLC characters or something like that, and everyone's just like losing their mind. I'm just like, I want to play them, but like I just got into V2. I don't want to like immediately be like, hey guys, let's go play a 500-hour game now. See you next year.
Well, I would say that maybe, oh, I don't know about minimum, but maybe like 120 something hours, or but if you want to try to do everything, maybe 200 hours. But yeah, it depends if you want to have a challenge because there's definitely like challenges later on for the Persona games. Um in a way, well, think about JoJo, right? You're basically like using stands, and then I guess think about Pokemon. You're trying to collect all of those stands
Yeah.
and fusing them together to make even bigger, badder things.
Yeah, you're trying to breed them all,
Yeah, you're breeding.
hmm
Yeah.
I had a friend that was super into Pokemon. He would tell me how like, oh dude, you have to breed this thing with this thing, and then if it gets this attribute, it's so good, dude. Dude, it's so good, man. Like, oh man, you Pokemon tournaments, bro. You gotta do this thing, man. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, what the hell? I'm just here to play the game, get to Elite Four, and call it a day, and maybe catch the legendary, bro.
Competitive Pokemon and IVs. Oh my gosh. That's actually one of the reasons I think I never finished Pokemon Ruby. I was trying to find like the best things for the Pokemon pageants.
Oh my god.
The pageant system. It was just so fun. It's like, oh, I need to have like this perfect Pokemon for this specific thing.
hmm
Oh, there was like that trick for the DS though. I forget which game it was. But it had like that one little roundabout. So what you would do is you would put a dime in your DS, and that's
Okay.
how you can quickly farm and hatch eggs. So people like in the game store that I would go to, they would just like do like their competitive Pokemon stuff and everything, but they would just leave their DS and then just like have a dime and then like go around with their bike in a circle.
hmm
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, those were the days. Now you don't really see that anymore.
I guess maybe not too much. But I guess it depends like what circles you hang around. Like when it comes to, mm, I guess more intense gaming. Because I feel like I'm kind of similar. When it comes to Pokemon, I just want to do the story, beat the Elite Five or whatever is the equivalent, and then be done.
hmm
Yeah, or catch the legendary, feel happy, and then good to go.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hmm.
My next question, another topic here is like, when you got into streaming, was there any like role models or people that inspires you to start? I know you talked about like some of the Hololive, but like any specific streamers that like are on Twitch, people that maybe you interact with, stuff like that.
Mm, um, I do follow a lot of art streamers because I appreciate them for their art.
hmm
Um, but I feel like when it comes to entertainment wise, it does have to be some of the Hololive girls. Because I was starting to watch, I'm trying to think of, I was watching Aqua at first and I thought she was absolutely hilarious. And watching Matsuri, um, that's like when people were taking clips of a lot of Hololive girls and they were translating them. And I was just thinking, like, they're allowed to tell these filthy stories like online, and their agency allows them to do this. So I thought it was so funny that it's like they were able to say these filthy stories like with like an anime avatar, basically.
Yeah.
Watching Aqua, watching Matsuri, watching Shion, but I feel like I really got into Hololive when watching Korone and watching Coco
hmm
and watching Marine. So I'd say that Corone, Marine, and Coco are like my top three.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My next question is, how'd you get into doing ASMR? Obviously, doing that earlier today, and then obviously for like I would say like once a week type of basis. I see a lot of VTubers getting into it, so I'm kind of curious how'd you got into doing ASMR yourself?
Oh, I feel like when it comes to ASMR, I listen to a lot of it. I think I started listening to ASMR. I think it must have been maybe like 2014 or so, something around that time. And then I was kind of thinking to myself, can I make my own, or like, is that okay? I guess. I don't really. I feel like have the time to do like videos, so I was just thinking like, oh, there is a category for ASMR on Twitch. Let's test out some streaming for it. I think it's very nice to have nice quiet time. Get to interact with everyone when it's nice and quiet time, especially when it's like a hard day after school or after work. I think there's a lot of people who just want to relax after their like hard day. Mm, I think when it comes to ASMR, oh well, I guess the other thing too is when I was doing art streams, some people were saying that they would leave my stream on just because like my voice was nice, and I was like, that's so kind of you to say.
I can agree.
Aw. Aw. Um, but I think it's ASMR is nice and calming. I think it makes a lot of people feel nice and cozy together. Um, hmm. Let me see. Um, Overall, it's comfy. Overall, so there's a lot of people that I do watch on YouTube. There's a lot of very impressive videos. Uh, there's people who do these amazing sets. Like people buy like so many sets where it's like, oh, you're in a doctor's office, or you're in like this space, or you're in a tailor shop, or there's actually one that I discovered very recently. It's like a whole steampunk kind of like genre, and this one woman, like, it's basically like very like dated ASMR. So she's doing
Okay.
like like apothecary stuff, or like like almost like medieval kind of like stuff, like as well. Like it's like a little mix of like everything. Um, yeah, it's like woman writes in her manner with like quill, or or like just like things like that. It's or like she plays the harp, or like it's really cool.
Well, the ones I've seen were just like I think I got introduced to it like years ago,
Hmm.
with people just like I don't know, like doing like the brush on like the ear, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Or like
Yeah.
just people talking softly. I'm like, wow, that's my scalp is. Well, the hair in the back of my neck is going weird. What's happening to me? What the? And then you start getting into the weird stuff, like the serial killer ASMR. It's like, I got a knife here. You know, the Joker RP or something. I'm like, what is going on here, dude? What?
Oh yeah.
Or like one of those like Dommy mommy steps on you and like listens to you as you beg or something like that. I'm just like, uh, hello?
Oh, people get very creative with their role plays, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh shoot, I was kind of thinking about something, but it kind of like slipped my. Oh, I guess that's the thing that I was thinking about. Like, so Frisian is kind of like that goosebumpy feeling you feel like when you listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess for like ASMR tingles and triggers, so it's a little bit different for like, yeah, like brushing or like whispering, like maybe like tapping, like those kind of things that are just like super satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I gotcha. My next question that I'm going to be asking you is like, why did you want to become a teacher, IRL? Like, what was the decision about that? Because obviously it's something you talk about and you know tell people. So I'm kind of curious, like, what made you decide to want to teach?
Oh, okay, let me think back to this, because so one of the reasons I wanted to do like teaching was because so I majored in English. So I have two degrees, everyone. I have a degree in education, and well, okay, honors bachelor in English and in education as well. Um, so the thing is, I actually wanted to do some arts, like visual arts in university, but it was kind of at the time that I was thinking like, well, I don't know if I can make a career out of this, because I feel like traditional art is very different. Um, it's kind of like one of those like starving artist scenario, but that's totally not the case now. People can make art like so efficiently
Mm-hmm.
now. but it's kind of like one of those things that people would tell you. It's like, well, you're just going to be a starving artist. You can't really make a career out of it. But that's totally not the case now. But the other thought in my mind was, you know what? Well, teaching is like the next best thing. So I did go to university to do teaching. And I specialized in English as a second language. So I teach a lot of like newcomers to Canada. And I think it's really nice to meet lots of people from different cultures and things like that. And I really like that aha moment, like when people understand something. And I think it, like when you're very patient with people, I think people really appreciate the time that you take with them. Um, but yes, teaching can be fun. The only thing that makes me um, get exhausted and tired is marking and assessments and like things like that for like testing. But the actual teaching part I really like. That's why I actually prefer like doing supply teaching over than actual teaching.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because as a supply teacher, you don't have the responsibility to do marking and stuff.
Yeah, you just show up, you know, you're like, all right, class,
Yeah.
and then you just say, all right, I'm done, see you later, bye. And
You just show up and you're just like, okay, peace.
Yeah, I feel that.
My work here is done. But I did specialize in elementary school education. So when I did my placements, I taught like grade 2. Oh, I did a little bit of kindergarten as well. So I did a little bit of kindergarten. I did some grade 2. I did some grade 4. Oh my goodness. By the way, you have to take extra classes if you want to teach elementary school kids. It's actually easier to take the middle school and the high school courses, but to teach elementary school kids, you have to take classroom management and a few extra classes just to make sure to get the kids to behave and stuff. um, Teaching adults is, I would say, I think I enjoy it more. And because I do specialize in English as a second language for education, I can teach any age that. So,
Makes sense.
yeah. So I feel like it's kind of like a little bit of a nice combination in a way. I feel that it was nice to take all those classes for elementary school teaching, but then also being able to teach adults. So it's kind of like you still have all that classroom management, but to some extent, adults are responsible for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think is the
Yeah.
easiest subject to teach? Like out of every not just English, but like, you know, all the subjects you can think of in like an average public school or high school.
For easiest subject, maybe just maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm an artist, but I actually like teaching art. It was fun teaching art to elementary school kids. You just get to teach them about like mixing colors or like let me see, mixing colors, doing like clay, getting them to oh, just a minute, I need water.
I gotcha.
Ah. Let's see, maybe doing like little clay things and getting them to talk about like what they did, maybe like building something, using recyclable materials to get them to make something as well, so things aren't kind of like going to waste either. I think art is nice to teach. Social sciences are pretty fun too because you can teach like history and things that are kind of just like happening around them as well. It's kind of like when teaching English as a second language too, because I teach like very new people to Canada, so they don't have a lot of English. I teach them a lot of stuff about community and things how to do things around the city. So like this is like the services you have in your city. You have your police station, fire station, you got your parks and you got your supermarkets and things like that. This is how you like do things at the bank. So there's like lots of basic things to do that some people have never done before either. So yeah, I feel like there's quite a few things that can be easy to teach. I am not a math person. I'll just say that I am not a math person. I am not a science person, even though I like science. But those were my weakest subjects in school, and I don't like teaching them.
Yeah. When I was in school, you know, I was really good at math and sciences. Like that was my strongest suit. Now it's been like 10 years, so my brain's just rotted. So I can't remember half the things now. But
my brain is like full rot too.
yeah, I can't remember half of the any of the math stuff anymore. I only know like what's important, like how to measure a door or whatever. Like, I can't remember all those, whatever, all those quadratics and all that stuff. I can't remember any of that stuff. But
oh, sorry, I was just gonna mention one more thing. When it comes to math as well, for elementary school teaching, you have to teach math in like 3 to 4 different ways as well. So you can't just tell them like, this is the traditional way, this is how you do it. You have to actually think about like, how would a student figure this problem out in 4 ways, and how can I teach the rest of the class how this student got this type of method? So that's how kind of math is going now.
And this is why if I was ever a teacher, which would hypothetically probably never happen, but if I was, I'll just teach history because it's so easy to do. You just, you tell them like, hey, this is what happened, and then you just ask, well, what happened in World War One? What happened in World War Two? When this guy lived? When he died? What do you do? Like, it's the easiest subject to teach. I could.
Yeah, you just gotta memorize dates and things that happen. Yeah.
I mean, I took a lot of history when I was in high school, and my teacher actually took me aside, and he's like, "You're really good at history. You should probably take more next year." Like, I took Canadian law, when I was in grade 11, and then when I was in college, I took a lot of history type of stuff, like diseases and culture. I took the Cold War, stuff like that, and a lot of it's just dates and stuff. And I was like, man, I could probably teach this, honestly. I should just work at a college and just teach this, because like the guy only shows up like twice a week. He just shows up, talks for 3 hours, and goes home. And he literally told me what he does. He's just like, yeah, that's what I do, and I get paid. And I'm like, man, I could do that.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a sweet gig. Oh gosh, I feel like history would be really nice to do. You just gotta
find something. You gotta figure out what the good history is, because everyone's like, oh yeah, World War II, Resident Sleeper. I already heard about that for 1,000 times. So I took classes that weren't like that. Cold War I never really heard about. Like, I knew about it, but I didn't like know the specifics. I also took fairy tale, folklore, and myths, pretty much, which is like another like kind of like history, but like it's about like Jack and the Beanstalk. Then it talks about like Hercules and the 10 labors. It talks about Greek mythology, Norse mythology. Like, that's all technical history, and that was really, really interesting in talking about like the real story of like the Little Mermaid, like the actual like real story.
Oh, the Hans Christian Andersen one. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. I was just like, damn. And also the guy who was teaching me would watch YouTubers and like Twitch streamers. I didn't tell him I was a streamer, but like I was just like, damn, this guy's cool. He knows what I'm talking about, when we're playing the video games.
I think that's actually you brought up a good point about like the Little Mermaid kind of stuff, because that was one of the things I really liked about for English. For a lot of like older stories and things like that, you get to also like learn about the history for like why they were writing about things like that. And I'm trying to think about like for like early children's literature about all like the very, very not happy endings that you get from a lot of those stories.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of them are really messed up in a lot of those stories.
Well, I think it was, oh my gosh, was it Cinderella or something like that? I think it was the stepsisters. I think they were cutting off their toes to try to fit their toes or their feet into the slippers and like stuff like that, and it's really gruesome. There's a lot of things that not the nicest.
Oh yeah. There's the one I remember is I learned about Bluebeard. That was like a fairy tale. Yeah, that one's messed up. There is no happy ending with that one. There is absolutely no happy ending. So I remember reading about that one. I was so shocked. I was just like, what is this? How's this I was like, what's the lesson here? Because like the teacher told me, he's like, each fairy tale has like a lesson. Don't talk to strangers,
or like a moral.
Yeah. Or, don't look up to your elders. Don't talk to strangers. Trust your gut. Stuff like that. And then there's Bluebeard, which is like there is no lesson. It's just, well, you fucked up.
Well, you know what? I feel like it's nice to have like those type of stories too, where maybe like the author or creator, whoever, is just like, I want to make something messed up. Here it is. Like, it is what it is, right?
Oh yeah. My next question here is something you've done recently. I'm gonna probably butcher this, but it's called Very Abai, I think. Like that's a
Ah,
podcast you run, I think.
yeah, that's really recent. So between myself, Crunchbite Daimyo, and Emu Lapis, we made a podcast called Very Yabai. So we're going to be talking about some like yabai subjects and everything, and we're just gonna have like a good time and like shoot the shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think for anyone who doesn't know what like yabai means, well, in Japanese, yabai is like dangerous, but people also say it to like um
Yo, that's a nice crack a cold one right there.
oh, I tried to mute that. Yabai can also mean like good, but it can also mean bad as well. So you got your dangerous, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. Like it's yabai.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that we're doing this. We have like our little scuffed models. Crone was the one that made our models, and we look like little cute like characters.
Awesome. That's great. I love it. You know, I was like, oh, what's this? And I'm definitely interested in checking out more episodes as they come out.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. We have 2 out so far.
yeah.
We're going to be releasing more as well.
My next question is, how'd you get into Fate/Grand Order? Like, how did that, how did that go all about? You know?
Oh man. Okay, so when it comes to Fate Grand Order, I am very much a fan of the Fate universe. And I think I was talking about this a little bit with you. You've watched a little bit of it, I think, or
YouTube, little cutscenes, where it's like all these explosions, and I'm just like, whoa,
oh, okay.
anime! Whoa, what the anime? What that girl? The only reason I found out about Fate Grand Order is because of VR chat, because people just import models from games and
Ah,
anime.
yes,
So
yes,
I knew a
yes.
couple friends of mine who were really into it. Like they were all the animations and all this stuff, and then we would go like literally the world of Fate Grand Order, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is where this character lives," and I'm like, "What? What is this?" And then I had to like look it up. It's like, what is this? What is this anime?
So the Fate universe or the Nasu universe is very expanding. It's always expanding. There's always stuff to Fate. So oh, where can I start with this? Well, I guess okay, back in high school, I watched Fate Stay Night.
Mm-hmm.
Fate Stay Night. I watched the 2006 Studio Dean anime. It's not good.
Okay.
But at the time I thought it was really interesting. I remember I would tell my friends about it and I'm like, it's good until it gets to episode 14. But the thing about Fate is like, I think a lot of people know this. It's based off of a visual novel. There is like the sexy times in it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Fate's very lewd, but they made it very safe, like TV safe-ish, I guess afterwards. So in Fate's Day Night, there are 3 routes. There's Saber's route, there's Rin's route, and there is Sakura's route. So you have the choice between 3 girls. So there is so much to the universe. There's magic and there's servants, the Holy Grail War to summon the servants. Sorry, it's not really magic, but it's called magecraft, and there's like that whole like stuff too. If anyone's familiar with Giguk on YouTube, he's done like a few videos for like showing the Fate universe and like getting like all into it. But so Fate Grand Order or Fate Go is like the mobile game,
Mm-hmm.
and it incorporates so much of like Fate and non-Fate series into the game. Um Also, so it's not just Fate, but when I say the Nasuverse, it's also Tsukihime, and also Kara no Kyokai or Garden of Sinners. So there's like oh, Garden of Sinners, fantastic movies, absolutely fantastic movies, which were based on like light novels that he did, and they all share the universe. So it's all in there, and it's all connected, and it's fascinating, and I think that's what's really nice. Um, I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about like when creators do stuff like that, when they have other series that connect to other series. I think it's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to Fate Grand Order, you have like all these characters kind of like in one place. So the whole goal when it comes to like Fate Grand Order for the story, history got fucked up and you're trying to reset everything and you're trying to correct history.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have to summon your servants and like to do all that fun stuff and fighting, lots of fighting, big numbers, big combos.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of big combos, like the whole world's exploding, and I'm just like, yeah. What is this, Dragon Ball Z? Some people are turning Super Saiyan. What's going on? Yeah, it's anime.
There's a timeline to watch the Fate anime too. There's a lot of spin-offs and a lot of like other things too, but I would say maybe like if anyone wants to watch like a few of the major ones, if you do want to watch the old one, there's the 2006 Fate Stay Night. That is Saber's route. But I would say realistically, if you want to watch Fate Zero, that's the prequel. Fate Zero. If you want to watch Fate Unlimited Blade Works, so that's Rin's route. And then the movies that just came out recently, Fate Heaven's Feel, that's Sakura's route, and that's basically like the true ending to the series, in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but there's other ones too, like there's Ilya's series where Ilya's a magical girl. I guess I know there's like that one that's on Netflix, I think, like Apocrypha, but I know some people are kind of half and half about Apocrypha because it's kind of just like it's like whatever.
Okay.
Gosh, there are so many different things when
What's
it comes
your thoughts
to Fate.
on the Gamba of Fate Order and other Gamba games?
Like gotcha stuff?
Yeah, gotcha. That's when I wrote Gamba because that's what a lot of streamers say, that Gamba is like gambling. That's just how we talk. But it's the gotcha aspect of it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel a little mixed about it, like even for myself, because so when I first started streaming, I was primarily a Fate Grand Order streamer and an art streamer because that's only what my internet was able to handle at that moment for the upload. So when it comes to like Fate Grand Order, here's the important thing to know, I guess, about like gacha games. You can play them for free. You can, but to have the experience, to have your husband or your waifu, that's where they get you.
Yeah.
Yes. I have spent quite a bit of money on that game. But I know people who have spent more as well, and I know people that have spent less. I think when it comes to gacha games, I think they're fun. But they're fun in moderation. Don't get burnt out, and don't spend within your means. Spend within your means, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's the same with Genshin as well, because Genshin's kind of like the whole, well, I'd say the more popular one now.
Yeah, that's what I feel about like Genshin. Like it's my first time really playing a gacha game, and I'm enjoying it. I'm spending $0 in it, so like I'm definitely enjoying it a lot more. I mean, obviously I could have way more characters and be way more OP, but like I'm just sort of casually playing it.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole thing because how can I word this? Like when it comes to Fate Grand Order, you have specific units for separate things. So basically you're paying to be more efficient. And I think that's usually when it comes to a lot of gacha games, you're paying for like a very pretty character and you're going to be way more efficient at what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a classic mobile game. It's kind of like, it's like Farmville and stuff. It's like, you can get this normal farm going, but hey, if you pay, $5 right now, you can like get another harvest going immediately. You can skip the refresh rate.
And it's insane because like, well, in Japan, Fate Grand Order makes so much money. I know, I would say like the IP definitely like carries it like when it comes to that, but man, it makes so much money. Well, you know what? I haven't seen the numbers for Genshin, but I'm sure Genshin makes a lot of money too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. And here's the thing that's exciting. When you're streaming your roles and you get that role, you feel so good in that moment. Oh yeah.
It's the dopamine, the serotonin, it's going right to your brain.
Oh, heck yeah. Especially when you get multiples and then you're like, I can even be way, way, way more efficient at what I do. Oh, Ryder made 9 mil USD on her Oh, see, Ignatius knows. Ignatius does know.
Holy smokes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I remember one of my friends told me recently, because Oberon was like the most recent one for FGO that made a lot of money, but I can't remember the exact amount. Oh, but his art is so gorgeous. It's by the same creator as March Comes In Like a Lion, and it's beautiful. Oberon from what was it? Midsummer Night's Dream? I think that's yeah. Yeah, Midsummer Night's Dream is like where he's from. Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
The Fairy King. The Fairy King.
Yeah. My next question here is, what's your most embarrassing moment on stream, if you like to share?
I I don't know if I've had. Oh, you know what? Not off the top of my head though. I don't think I've had like super embarrassing moments. I feel like I play a lot of games and I do my streams to relax after work, so I don't think I've. Someone could probably correct me maybe later, but my gosh, I can't think of anything at this moment though. I'll have to think about that later though.
Okay.
I mean, you know what? Maybe. Maybe spending a lot of money on gacha and not getting the thing that you want. That hurts. But I don't think I would call that embarrassing though. But there was okay, so this was last year for a fake grand order. I spent a lot of money on Summer BB and I didn't get her, but I got her this year from a guarantee gacha, and I was very, very happy, and I was like thank you for coming home.
How much how much? You wanna know?
I think I spent like $200 or something, but I would say that's very low compared to how other people spend their gacha money though.
$200? That's like some good art right there. I could buy some good art, buy character sheet right there. You know, I could buy some emotes.
But here's the thing: do you want to spend 1,400 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000?
Oh God, I would just spend zero.
So here's the thing: because some people don't want to get just one copy; they want to get 5 copies. You have to have your perfect character. You can't just have one copy.
Oh God, that's how they get you. They're like, yeah, this character is, you know, it's not as good, but if you spend another, you know, couple $100, maybe you can get a better version of it.
Well, they're going to be so much more powerful than they already are. That's the point, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
But I think my spending is okay, because here's the thing too, Rebel. Like when it comes to gacha stuff, there's different tiers of spending. There was like a whole list of it, and I can't remember like all of it. But there's kind of like things like you're like a dolphin, you're an orca, you're like a silver orca, gold orca, and like a full-on whale. Like there's spending ranges for like how people like go into gacha. Yeah. I would say I think I was like between like a dolphin or like an orca. It was something like that. But the thing is though, there's different tiers for how North American people like spend their money on gacha, and Japanese tiers for how much they spend on their gacha too.
Damn.
So yeah, there's different tier lists for like how much you want to dedicate to yourself to your waifus or your husbandos.
That's why I played VR chat. I got all the 151 waifus by beating them in a video game. I spent $0. So
there you go. You did it your way.
I did it my way. I got all the waifus. Now I am one of them.
there you go. You became the waifu.
Yes, I became what I sought to destroy. I mean, collect.
That thick waifu syndrome.
Yeah. Listen, TWS is real. It's real. I suffer every day. You know, it's a real thing. Anime girlitis is real. That's all I gotta say.
This is so sad. Can we get 5 gifted subs for thick waifu syndrome?
Yeah, come on, guys. Listen, it's like it's 28% off. It's September. Can we get 5 gigs of subs? Like, come on. Like, listen. Every day I go hungry. You know, I need more. I need to keep up this figure. You know, somehow.
I'm sorry. I just think that that one meme is funny. Just oh, this is so sad.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, yes.
What is some advice you would give to someone who wants to start streaming?
I think it depends on what they would like to stream. I think as long as you're having fun with it, I think it depends if you want to do it as a hobby, or I know that there's a lot of people that want to take it seriously as well. Find your niche that you like to do, whatever niche that you love. Because how I got into it was Fake Grand Order. I got into streaming also with art as well because I wanted to share my art with everyone. It was one of the things that I am still very passionate about, like showing my art with everyone.
You sure like spreading your load everywhere.
Whoa,
Thanks, darling.
Oh, 521 gifted subs from Dead Guy.
Let's go.
TWS, it's real. Oh, spread the word. Let's go.
Yo.
Oh my God, I can get some iced tea.
Yeah, now you got a drink.
Yeah.
You got a drink.
real.
I would say as long as like you're passionate, as long as like you're looking to do it, I think the only thing that I'll say is don't try to get discouraged, or you will get discouraged.
You sure
probably,
like spreading your load everywhere.
Whoa!
Thanks,
It's
darling.
happening again. Another fiver
Yay!
from Jib Jib. Now I'm sedated. Yay. Thank you.
Oh my
thank
goodness. Yay.
Hey, if we get one more person to give a sub or subscribe or 100 bits, we get a hype train. Just saying. Smile.
That is true. And just to let everyone know, hype trains push the creator to the front page of Twitch.
That's also true, yes.
So if you want your favorite streamer to be on the front page of Twitch, hype trains are good.
Guys, do you want TaneTenshi to be on the front page of Twitch right now? Right now.
God.
Limited time offer. You have 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Do it right now. 100 bits of sub. Listen, it's 20% off. 20% off. Instead of $4.99, it's $3.99. In fact, if you use your Prime Gaming sub, it's actually free.
Spending
Oh my
all your
gosh,
biddies
there
like
you
you
go.
Call to
wanted
action.
me
You're
calling
so
me.
good at that.
I want them
I want to get better at
all
doing that.
over me.
There we go.
Oh my
Autographs,
gosh.
thanks for the 500 biddies. There you go.
Yay.
Hey, listen, you're on the front page of Twitch. What do you tell everyone right now?
I know that school and I know that working and whatever you're doing is really hard right now. But if you are enjoying whatever you're enjoying at this moment, then I'm happy for you.
There you go. That's awesome. And it was as simple as that, you know?
I just want people to have like a little moment of like happiness in that moment because
That's
I feel
so
like when it comes to
nice of
happiness,
you. I'm a giver
I had
too.
to kind of like learn about this.
Jib Jib Flutterhouse
If you're
gifted
happy
3
in that
months of
moment,
tier
then
1 to
that's good.
Peptide
You don't have to
Contact
like think about
52.
when you are going to be
They've
happy.
gifted
If you're happy in that moment,
363 months in the
that's
channel.
good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for gifting that sub.
Yay!
I do need to fix something, and I can't really do it while streaming, but basically all my alerts are like really loud, and I need to turn them down. But the problem is I have to do them individually, like every single like you know what I mean, like a version of it, like a resub, Prime Gaming, all that stuff. So anytime that someone subs, it's going to drown you out a little bit, unfortunately. So I need to adjust it off stream. I forgot to do that. That's the only thing. I knew I forgot to do something. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting before this interview. And I was like, this is critical information. I was like, I don't know what it is. Whatever. Hopefully it goes well. So I figured out what it was now. It's the sub alerts and stuff like that. They're really like loud. So sometimes it might drown you out. So hopefully that's why a lot of people don't subscribe during interviews anyway because they want to listen. They don't want to like, you know, get all distracted by it. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good for sure. Oh shoot, what were we? Encouragement.
Yes.
Stream if you'd like to. You might get discouraged at some points, but I think it's normal too. But as long as you're having fun, you're doing what you want to do. You want to talk to people and be interactive and everything. It's good. I think there's some competitive moments at times. I think because of like proximity, some people get like. I think people get very. Oh, how do you say it? Like, oh, this
Discouraged?
person. Yeah,
Jealous?
I think you
Envious?
start. I think you start comparing. I think envy is probably like the thing because you start comparing yourself to other people. But you just have to keep focusing on what you want to do. ignore what other people are doing and focus on what you want to do. Build good relationships with people because that's what's going to be good for you as well.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Just focus
Absolutely.
on what you're doing, and if you want to share something with people, then that's amazing. Sharing is caring.
That's also true.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been going for about an hour and a half. So I
Hmm.
think it's time we actually step into doing some game modes, if you'd like to.
Oh, yeah. Gaming time.
Some mini games.
Mini game.
Yeah,
Ooh.
mini games. So which
Yeah.
one would you like to start with? It's explain that tweet, think fast, and would you rather. Those are three I have set up. Basically, I guess the only one that is going to be a little difficult to set up is explain that tweet because I'll either have to send it to you, like the actual image. The other two are just like I can just auditorial tell you what the options are. They'll display on the stream. Like you'll see what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. They're all on the stream, so it's just that the explain that tweet might be a little bit tougher because I have to like go to my other monitor and then actually send you the image.
Mm-hmm.
So which one would you like to do first?
Let's do them in order. Why not?
Okay, so it was I remember what explain that tweet. I think it was.
I think it was,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, we'll start with that one. All right, so just give me a second here because I have to go to Discord and then go to your thingy here, and then here we go. And this is image one.
Oh, Rebel, your cursor is on me. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god!
Oh my gosh.
Wow, it's right on your nose. Wow,
Yeah.
I can fix that real quick actually. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. Now it's not there anymore. Ah, fixed. Anyway, that's the first one. So I'll open this up and then kaboom. There it is. Look, that was the first one. I don't have any epic music for it because I was trying to
Oh
find some.
boy.
Yeah, this tweet. What's going on here,
Is
huh?
is that appropriate to show on Twitch with the Jacko pose?
I mean, you're clothed. I mean,
That
listen, you're
is
wearing
true.
more clothes than me, so
You know what? We're just being very flexible. That's what's
it's
happening,
art.
right?
It's art.
Yeah.
It's art.
I thought that I would participate in the Jacko pose that was happening. Yes. Uh,
Yoga.
so yeah, yoga. So I drew myself doing that, and yes, there we go. That's what a succubus can do.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
What got you at like were you watching other people or looking at other people and were like, oh man, I want to be part of this?
It was a little bit of that too, and also I like drawing sexy anime girls, so I was just like, you know what? I will also make myself sexy as well.
Ah, okay.
I did a few versions too. So on Pixiv, I have one with like ripped tights. I have one without tights. I have with and without glasses too. So there's a little bit of some like extra variations as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this spiciness.
I'm trying to get a little bit more ambitious. So I have like a few art pieces that are on Pixiv with like variations. So yeah.
Ah, I get you. All right,
Hmm.
so here's the next one coming up. I'll send it to you first. This one's
Okay.
just reading. So I saw this tweet and I thought to myself, what is Tane? What's going on here? So here's the second one.
Oh.
So what? Explain what's going on here.
Oh, yes. She's got them huge boobs. I mean, some serious honkers, a real set of badonkers, packing some. Oh, you get it. Yes. That was something that I did on my subathon in February. That was my birthday subathon. There was very, very kind people in chat that I got to tweet for me. So that was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It's true. She's got some huge boobs. Got
Yeah, but
some
who we
badonkadonks.
talking about? Someone specific? I mean, what's the context here? I want to know. Like who are you looking at? You know?
I mean, I guess that is the question then.
Oh.
Um, I know that it's like a meme and everything, but you know, there's a lot of them out there with some huge badonkers.
Plot.
Yes.
Yeah. TWS.
Anime plot. Plot.
The TWS. It's thick waifu syndrome. It's very contagious, very serious, and you were affected by it, so you started writing it. I don't know. It was crazy.
I was completely taken over in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here's the third one, which is the final one for this section at least. for explain that tweet. So here's the third image. I'm sending it to you first. And then we'll show it. So, pantsless VTubers, where you at, Smirk? What's going on here?
I want to see if there's. I do know that there's VTubers there without the pants. So, okay, here's the thing. A lot of people think this is a sweater. You would think this is a sweater when I stream. And then I tell people, this is not a sweater. It's actually a leotard. And then they go, what?
Sorry, can I see the backside?
Yeah, can I see the backside?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you would like me to do that currently, but I could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Okay, here, just a minute then.
She's turning around in the chair.
Yeah. Okay, give me just a moment.
Okay. Oh,
Or, you know what? I'll even make myself smaller. There we go.
Oh my God, you're tiny. What the heck?
I'm tiny now. I'm gonna bounce on the chair.
Oh my God, what the? Is that a doll? What happened? She shrunk.
Here's the thing. Succubus are shapeshifters. We can shapeshift into whatever we want, whoever the person desires, right?
That's true.
There we go. And I have a tail.
Oh, what the? You're dancing. What the? What? I didn't know you could do these dance moves. What the heck? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. She danced.
All right, I'll switch the camera back on me, and you can take the time to set yourself up.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like off camera. It's kind of like you know, gotta respect what's going on in the background. So I'll give you a minute to do that. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm all good.
Okay. And then we'll take off this game mode. Okay. So. The next game mode we have is Think Fast or Would You Rather. To explain Think Fast, basically, I'm going to give you a prompt. There's 10 of them, and you just think of the first thing that comes to your head, and you just say it, whatever it is. And then Would You Rather is where you get two options, and then you have to like explain why you chose the option, more specific. You know, like explain your reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Which one would you like to play?
Let's go with the first one first then.
Think Fast? Okay.
Yeah, we'll do Think Fast. Make me think.
All right.
Make
So
me use my brain.
Yeah, here. So the first one is just a blank template. Just pop it up, and then each word will appear. Okay. I should have epic music, but like I said, I couldn't find anything that I really liked. So unfortunately, I would have had like some like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire like suspense music. You can't use that. So unfortunate.
Oh, DMCA.
God damn DMCA. God. Ruin. Anyway, okay, you ready? I'm gonna read them, and you have to just the first thing that pops to your head.
Okay.
Okay.
Try my best.
Take a drink of water here.
Yeah, I'll take a drink too.
Okay. You ready?
Okay. I'll try my best, Rebel.
Okay. First question is, what do VTubers do in their free time?
They tweet.
Okay.
They're on Twitter.
Okay. Second question. Who is the homecoming queen this year?
Oh, oh shoot. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a princess.
Anything.
Luna.
Okay, just Luna. Okay.
Luna from Hololive. There we go.
Okay. All right. Next question. Say something to impress me.
Oh, Rebel. Oh, I also have the thick waifu syndrome. It's overtaken us. Oh. It's overtaken so many people.
Oh my God. Okay. Next one. Where do babies come from?
The womb.
Okay. Next question. What is under my desk?
Your toes?
I mean, you're not wrong. Next question. What are watermelons?
Big, juicy melons.
Oh, okay. Next question. Where's the party at?
Over here.
Okay. Next question. What is in the dungeon?
Me, with you, and everyone in chat.
Oh, hell yeah. Next question. Why do you hate him? Why do you hate him?
I don't hate.
Okay.
Oh.
And then the last one. Whisper your darkest secret.
Hey there, little honey. Let me whisper in your ear. I can't think of a secret. What? Oh no. I will spank you with my tail.
What? What? Okay.
I don't.
Anyway.
I'll spank chat with my tail.
Okay.
There we go. I don't think that's a secret, but I just told them.
Oh god. All right. Well, that was think fast. Okay.
That was fun.
Okay. Next one, last mini game we have here is Would You Rather. So now you can take a little bit longer to process your answers. Think what you want to pick. All right.
I can use all of my brain right now.
Yeah. All right. So here's the first Would You Rather. Would you rather show your friends and family your entire internet history, or browse the dark web without a VPN?
Ooh. Without a VPN though? The thing is, I cleared my internet history just a while ago, so can I show my family that?
God damn it. Sure.
I mean, here's the thing. I think my family would also still accept me if I showed them like the stuff that I look up. They would just be like, "Why? How did you come across this?" But here's the other thing. My family is very boomer as well, so they would probably just like, it would just fly right over their head. They'd be like, "What is this?"
Okay, so you go with the show your friends and family your entire internet history.
Also, I think my friends would also accept it too. I think my friends are very like weeb enough. I don't really have too many normie friends, so I think they would accept it. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, you're looking at like that kind of dojin again."
All right, that's all right. Second question: would you rather only speak in song lyrics or only speak in a smoker's voice? Kind of like, "Hey, what's going on? It's me, TaneTenshi. What's up?" You know?
Oh my gosh, can I be corpse waifu?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't even know if I can make my voice purposely do that though. But speaking in song lyrics, I think that would probably annoy people. Smokers, what do people? I wonder if the smoker voice would be sexy. That's the question.
I don't know.
Speaking in sing-song would probably get annoying, so I think I would go with like the smoker's voice.
Okay.
because you know what? Maybe it could sound sexy. Just.
I gotcha. All right. Next question. Would you rather be all booba but no booty, or all booty but no booba?
Ooh. Okay, that's kind of a good question. Ooh. I kind of want to go with the booba because I like booba, but the prison school in me is telling me to go with booty. Uh-oh. Booba or booty? Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of the prison school memes, but the booba is just fake booty.
Yes.
Mankind has always saw the booty, and then booba are fake booty. But I really like boobs though. Because here's the thing, for like the booba, I'm just thinking of like that one new dragon from what's her face from A-Dragon, the new one, and she's cute. She's like all booba and she's like super short stack.
Ah.
Yeah. This is think. This is like
This is some you have to use a big brain.
Oh, it's true, dead guy. Everything on my Discord is like short stacks. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with the booba because I think it's cute. Yeah, booba.
Yeah, it's the TWS answer right there.
I am sorry, booty lovers. I also enjoy the booty, but I think maybe booba is just slightly more, just a little bit.
Okay. All right. Next question we have here. There's 2 left. Would you rather be a superhero or become a supervillain?
Okay, so this is really fascinating because I think I've mentioned this like a couple times on stream. I think I would like to be a villain, honestly. I think a superhero would be nice, but here's the thing. I don't know if you've heard about this or people talk about this once in a while. When it comes to a superhero, you will always be number 2 to a hero. They will always take the greater good or save everyone before they will save you. But a supervillain will save you and destroy the world.
Oh my god. Big brain.
So if you ever have a special person, the supervillain will do anything to protect their special person, even if it means throwing away the world.
Damn.
I would like to be a supervillain. Plus also, you coated it with red, and, you know, looks like we have a little bit of a bias happening here.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I have to put the supervillain on the red side. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, like, it's, you know, put on the blue side. Like, what the heck?
Lofty has a good point, but the heroes will have the plot armor and the villain will be killed. But here's the thing, even despite knowing that, I think villains are better written than heroes are. But
Ooh.
I think that's maybe just me. I think we always want to side with the hero, but I think when it comes to villains, I think they're just more interesting.
Okay.
I think they do have better stories because I think they have struggles that we all can relate to in some way. But the thing is that we always have to side with the heroes because it's like, no, justice or whatever is gonna like be superior or something.
Okay, and here's the final question we have for would you rather? That is, would you rather become your VTuber model, like basically in the real world, or anime cat girls exist in the real world?
Oh no. Okay, well here's the thing though. I think I already told everyone this earlier. I look very similar to my VTuber model.
Yeah, but you'd
Just
be a
without-
succubus though. That's the difference. You would have all those
Oh.
powers of being a succubus.
Man, I could have all those powers though. That's the thing. Man. But anime cat girls though? Okay, here's the thing. Do you think Elon's actually going to like finish with the anime cat girls? Do you think he's going to do it for us?
I don't know. I can't answer that question because that affects this answer. So you have to just go with your gut and be like, either you have cat girls right now, like there's just like, you know, there's just like another human species of just humans with cat ears and tail, male and females, or you just become a succubus, but you're the only one in the whole world.
I know. That's the thing. Okay. You know what? For the greater good, I will go with the anime cat girls exist worldwide because here's the thing, everyone. We want to touch those fluffy ears and we want to pull on their tails, you know? That's what their tails are there for, just to pull on them.
Okay. All right. Well, you're the hero of mankind. You just basically gave every anime person their deepest, darkest secret. They're just like, yes, cat girls are real. Oh, pug.
But here's the thing, I can't. We all have to have the cat girls. We need to share, and sharing is caring because I said that before. So there we go.
That is true. Sharing is caring. Well, that concludes Would You Rather and the other game modes, Think Fast and Explain That Tweet. Hope you guys enjoyed those. I was the one who set those up, and you know, I had to
Those are really
think.
good.
Yeah, thank you. It was the first time really doing that on an interview. Normally, I just talk for 2 hours and call it a day. But I thought to incorporate little mini game modes. Maybe I'll like tweak them. Like I'll make some differences. Maybe make some more different game modes and stuff like that.
I'm excited to see what you come up with for your future guests as well.
Absolutely. So we'll go back to a couple more questions, and then we'll be wrapping up this interview, and then we'll play some games. So,
yay!
what's the most funniest or most memorable moment on your stream since you started streaming?
Oh, geez, memorable moments. I feel like there's been many good ones. I feel like it would be very hard to think of like one specific one though. I want to think about like maybe things that have been a little bit more personal to me. It feels really nice when people came together for like my birthday. my anniversary, also like for Twitch partnership as well. But it feels good like when doing collaborations with other VTubers because it
Mm-hmm.
feels nice to like get together with other people as well. I feel like for like singular moments though, they already categorize your top Twitch clips on Twitch to begin with. I feel like all my top ones are very Coomer bait.
Okay.
So I feel like all those are there. But I think the special moments are I think I'm just trying to think of how to word it, but like connecting with chat. What the I don't know what my hand's doing. My hand is doing leap motion things. It has a mind of its own right now. Connecting with people in chat, having good moments in general. I think it's really nice when just people come together and they have like a nice time. I guess maybe that's one of the things that I think about for like ASMR streams. Everyone's there just to kind of like relax and enjoy themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I can't really have a specific answer for this one.
Okay.
I will just say though, when it comes to like maybe clippable moments and stuff on stream, everyone appreciates it. When you're clipping things for streamers, it gets saved forever. Like, well, I would say on the website, but you can also like download them too, and people do appreciate it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, clipping can really help. People get out of their, get some more exposure and stuff like that. So, it's great. It's
Yeah.
good. Clip more stuff. Come on, guys, listen in this chat. You gotta clip more stuff. Clip the good stuff, not the random whatever. Me picking my nose or something. I'm talking about like real clips. All right.
Oh, you know what? I feel like that's the thing, because like people can mess with you too, make like all those other moments like, oh, streamer did this thing, streamer did that thing. I think that's probably one of why all the Kumbait ones are at the top for me. I don't know. What? She said what about NTR? She said what about Dojin? Or
Oh my god, I can't believe it. You would say that? No
oh
way.
my god, how could she say that about like Dojin? Oh my god. Or how could she say that about this anime topic? Or it's just it's just the booba too. I only learned recently you can play clips in slow motion.
I'm looking respectfully.
Yes. You can play clips in slow motion. I had no idea. Rebel's face just like what?
Huh? What? Sorry, I was looking at that mug as an eye on it. But anyway, next question. What was your thoughts and experience with Spirit University?
Oh, that was so much fun. Gosh, I had so much fun with Bobber and the teachers, Dr. Mo and Aki. It was really fun. I remember that Bobber and I were talking about that. I think it was like last November, because we were planning it like way ahead of time, because we were thinking like, you know what, like maybe people will like VTubers as like educators, maybe, you never know. And we went to see where that project was going and everything, and we had a great time. We learned a lot of things about YouTube along the way as well. We learned that the algorithm is not very forgiving either, but we did have fun. And I feel like in a way we were like the pioneers of educational VTubers, if that makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean, like I was watching when it was happening, and I thought it was super cool. I was like, wait, I can learn like math and English and watch how Anime Girl teach me? What? My dreams come true.
I think for everyone who doesn't know what Spirit University was, it was a project between several people and myself. So I was the English teacher, Bobber was Miss B was the math teacher, Aki was your computer programmer teacher, and Dr. Mo, who has a PhD, was like your science teacher. So we all came together and we were like, you know what, maybe we can like be educators on YouTube and see where it goes. And so we taught math, English, computer programming, and science. And all of our videos are still there on YouTube, so it's kind of like still up there as like a proof of concept. but maybe it can work if maybe if there was like better exposure or like timing. We don't really know, but it was still fun to do all together.
I'll tell you this. It was a good attempt, and I could definitely
Mm,
see one day maybe like Hololive or like some big agency could use that as a
yeah.
way as a teaching tool in like because people are all about VTubers, right? Everyone and their mom's like, oh man, VTubers, so cool. You know, what if like you're like now that COVID and stuff, it would have been a perfect opportunity for like Hololive to enlist somebody to be like, hey, I'm your English teacher. Listen up. Here I'm going to teach you, grade 10 math or something or whatever, English or whatever.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, whoa, oh, oh, I want to get an A+ from this teacher.
I know, right? I feel like maybe if it was like a whole separate agency or something, or maybe if they were like well known or something, because I think that was kind of one of the things. I think that was one of the things that was very difficult for us trying to like spread it, trying to like get the word out, that kind of thing. I think we did pretty good, but I guess that's the thing. Like when you think about it, it's like, oh, it could always be better. I guess for trying to like reach people and stuff like that. It was kind of funny. I remember the YouTube clipping function only came after when we were finished and was like, oh darn, because YouTube made like a clipping function
Yeah.
after. Um, but it was great. It was fun doing the live streams, and then we also had like our office hours, so you can ask the teachers like questions like when it wasn't like during class time, but we were playing games and doing things like that were like outside of like teaching as well. So it was kind of like you can bond with your teachers that way. So it was fun. Um, Learned a lot of things about YouTube live streaming. There's a lot of prep with it because you have to set your thumbnails and stuff before like going live onto YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot different than on Twitch.
And also, like, the thing is, like, we were already all full time teaching and doing things like we were working full time. I know, like, Bobber was balancing like teaching and school, and my gosh, we all did our best for like how we could. So
Hmm.
while also doing our full time work and teaching and things in our real life, we did that after as well. So yeah, it was a lot of work, but I think it was nice. I think the proof of concept is still out there, and I think it's nice to say that we were like the maybe the first ones to do that. So I think it taught me a lot about YouTube, and yeah, there was a lot of learning experiences as well. Plus, talking with all the other teachers, they're all phenomenal. We loved working together and everything. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Like I definitely was bummed that it ended, but like I definitely saw like you said like a proof of concept that it was something that nobody really was doing at the time. So
Mhm.
I could definitely see like maybe in a couple of years, maybe a decade, maybe that would be more mainstream. Like it's just right place, the right time type of thing, you know. And I think somebody else might do it. Like I'm sure, because like you can look up math teachers and stuff like that on YouTube, and they're all just IRL people like on a whiteboard, but like this is how you do this thing. But like I guarantee you that maybe in Japan maybe they'll do it more, but like I could definitely see some sort of anime character teaching you anime or sorry teaching you English or some
Oh, I would
whatever.
love I would love an anime teacher to teach me more about anime, please. I want to know
Yeah.
more. um I'm happy though. Yeah, I think overall it was very fun. It was good. We had all of our thoughts too. We did like a little like closing ceremony at the end of it as well. But yeah, you never know. Maybe we can have like a teachers reunion just to catch up or something. You never know.
Yeah, it's true. Anything is possible. My next question is: do you have any plans for the rest of this year or for 2022? Anything? You have anything planned? Anything you want to talk about for the future?
Oh gosh. I feel like I do have some like big plans. Well, I think here's the thing. I've told everyone this, but you know that I have a full-time job. I work and everything. I'm trying to do the best that I can um outside of like my work time and stuff. But um let's see here. I actually made like a list for myself just just so I can tell everyone. Let's see here if I can find it. Um, okay. So I do want to make like a dedicated ASMR channel on YouTube. Um, so that's gonna happen. I would like to open art commissions again. I currently have them closed at the moment, but I do want to open them again. I also want to take on commercial commissions for other VTubers. I've had a few people ask me, and I would like to do that as well. I would like to design exclusive merchandise. So what that means is, oh gosh, sorry, I need water again.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Gotta stay hydrated out there, gamers.
So let's see here. So exclusive merchandise. So what that would mean is, well, I kind of already do this already. It's like you design one piece and when it's gone, it's gone. Like that's it kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then, oh gosh, I'm really looking forward to commercial commissions though, because I'm just trying to think of like how to price them. I feel like it's a little bit like intimidating when it comes to that. Yeah, like limited runs. Oh, by the way, for anyone who's Canadian, I have toques. So like, I don't know if any other VTubers have toques.
Toques. Get
Oh,
your
yeah,
toque there, bud.
Oh yeah, they're nice and fleecy on the inside. They're very nice and comfy. For the winter coming up too. Hey there, bud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see. I would like to do some voice work in the future as well. I think that would be really fun. And I have some secret things that I've been thinking about. I feel like I'm really good at keeping things hush hush because like even with like the Very Yabai podcast, we were all very hush hush about it like until we actually did it. So I like to tease and give people little hints along the way. So here's the other thing. This is not going to be completely confirmed yet, but Twitch has been very good to me recently, so and my community has been very kind to me as well. I think I would like to take some more time for that, if you know what I mean. I think I'm going to make that step maybe sometime soon.
I'm pogging.
You're pogging so hard right now. I think I might be able to move on to some more time on Twitch and also some content creation on YouTube. We're pogging. Pogging so hard right now. But it's not 100% confirmed, but I am going to try to do that. So no confirmed date, but I'm thinking soon TM.
Okay, awesome.
Aw.
A lot of big plans coming.
Yeah.
Here's where we're coming up to near the end of the interview because we've been going for 2 hours, and then we'll go into some gameplay. But is there anything that you would like to ask me personally? Any questions you want to ask? Any topics you want to bring up that we didn't discuss? Anything that you want to talk about?
Oh, you know what? This kind of like ties into what you asked me at the end because like for goals in the future and stuff. One of the things I did want to mention was doing more collaborations with other people when having more time. And here's the other thing as well, because I know Revel wants to do more collaborations with people outside of VR chat, so it ties in with that, right?
Yes.
nodding, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's like a really nice big step for you right there. How have you been maybe talking to people outside of the VR chat community?
For me, basically, I started doing it before I actually debuted as a VTuber, I guess like a variety person. For multiple tutor reasons, but basically the biggest reason was like I've played VR chat for so long that I basically do everything and done everything in the game that's interesting to me, and I had to sort of like think outside the box, and one of them was to do a talk show. Now I'm bringing that talk show to Discord now. So I did some like testing with it prior, like when I did with like Buff Pup and Foxy Joel and Takahata. Like I did that over Discord, but I was trying to figure out the layout and how to do it, and it was fine, but this is doing a lot better. But the bigger scope here is, yes, I want to collaborate with more people outside of VR chat. I just want to play games and have more fun, you know? Think of it like, you know, even if it's just a casual thing, like I could just be playing some single player game and I'm just talking to a VTuber in the chat with me, you know, in the voice call. Or doing, you know, Gartic phone or stuff like that. Like that's what I like to do. And, you know, or playing DBD, like I played, Dead by Daylight with like Kitty McPancakes not too long ago, and that was a blast. I had so much fun doing that. I also did Gartic Phone with a bunch of other Canadian VTubers for Canada Day. That was fun. That was great. I loved every moment of that.
Yay!
So almost every time, or actually the most recent one I did was with Snow SOS. Basically, he's a guy from VR Chat as well, but we're basically doing non-VR Chat stuff, and we're basically getting a bunch of a bunch of people who played VR Chat. Now they're all like VTubers, and I know them all. And we played Unfortunate Spacemen, which is basically, it's like Among Us, but like first-person shooter style. And we did it last Sunday, so that was. Or was the Sunday before? I forget. But basically, it was that, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I was laughing so hard, people yelling at each other. That guys got some clips, and we're just yelling at each other, like everyone just screaming, and it was a lot of fun. I want to do more things like that. You know, that's what I want to do is, you know, interview people and then go into doing collabs and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. So it's a lot more fun, right? Because when I play VR Chat, I feel like I'm playing a single player game. Like I'm just by myself, and because. Like, you can stream with other people in VR Chat, but the problem is when you do, some people, it's kind of weird having like two streamers next to each other and then they're just sitting there looking at their chat and just sort of reading it, and it's just like, this isn't really fun unless you're doing like a game mode, and I've already done them all, so it's not like, you know, that's fun. And then, you know, if you try to like invite like random people to join you, they're always like, oh, I'm on your stream. Yeah, I don't want to be on your stream, dude. Like, I'm trying to have a private talk or so. Like, VR Chat was never designed to be a streamable game. It's kind of like you have to make your own content, and doing interviews was that content for me for 2 years basically. Was doing that. So I just want to actually play games and, you know, move on with that. So that's basically my goal, and I'm working, you know, with that, you know, with Tane and all these other VTubers that I've, you know, got to meet and talk. And, you know, I went to VTuber prom last year, and I'm going to more like VTuber events. Basically, they're all in VR Chat, but no one's allowed to stream them because there's alcohol involved. But basically, the idea is it's a good way to actually meet people. And I've been like, most of the time I play VR Chat, it's not even streaming anymore. I literally just get on and I just get on to meet people. I get to meet VTubers, you know, Discord calls, you know, hanging out in VR Chat, and we just drink and socialize. And I'm like, hey, you know, I talked to you 4 times. Hey, want to go play some Among Us now? I want to go play, you know, whatever. And they're all down to do it, because it's not like, I said this before in other interviews or, you know, in private or whatever, but basically, I never liked when a collab feels like a business transaction, where it's like, you know, oh, show up, let's play Minecraft for 2 hours. Okay, see you later. I'll see you next week. And you don't talk to the person outside of streaming. That's what I feel like lot of stuff that's happened to me personally with a lot of, you know, collabs I've done for like when I was a YouTuber, to streaming in the early days, to even just VR Chat collabs. Like, I'm just hanging out with somebody. Like, they'll only hang out with me if they're streaming. They're like, yeah, I don't hang out off stream. I'm just like, what the heck? So it just feels it feels really weird and like kind of fake, and you know, I don't like that type of stuff. I want to like hang out with people. Not everything has to be streamed, not every second of my life. So, you know, trying to build more genuine friendships is what I like to call it, you know?
I was just about to say that, because I feel like that's the thing that I think few of us maybe like to do. Like, I think it's very important to talk to people and build up those relationships. Like, because I feel very similar in that way. I don't like when things are transactional. I think it's very nice to get to know people, talk with them off a stream as well. I think it's nice that way. There's just kind of like a little icky feeling in me, like if things were like transactional, like it doesn't feel good. Yeah, it doesn't sit right with you. Yeah, like that kind of thing. I like to talk to people like outside of streaming, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so what I've been doing a lot with, you know, obviously yourself, but of other VTubers, I just literally get in a Discord call, talk to them for 2 or 3 hours, you know, it's kind of like a mini interview where like I basically ask them questions, and then it's back and forth, and we get to know each other. So then when we actually do end up doing a collab or a stream, I already know the person. I don't have to like second guess myself and be like, oh, is this inappropriate to say, or are they gonna like be offended if I say this joke, or you know, it's not going to be that awkward moment, you know. It's kind of like when you're in high school or public school and you're like forced to be in a group of a kid you don't even know or don't even like, compared to, you know, hanging out with your friends, right? When you're hanging out with your friends, you already, you know, make jokes and banter, and it's just a lot more cozy feeling rather than just, I don't even know this person, but we're playing Minecraft together. Like, I don't even know a single thing about them.
Well, that's the thing too, because you don't want to like offend anyone if you bring up like a touchy joke or something
Yeah.
like that. I guess that's kind of like the whole thing when it comes to like maybe like VTubers who are a little bit more on the lewd side or a little bit more on like the say so side, which some people like use that kind of like language as say so being like clean or like family friendly kind of like thing, right? So you don't want to like go too far. You don't want to make people upset, because I think that's like the last thing people want to do. And if you don't know people's barriers or boundaries, then it makes very awkward entertainment on stream. And I think when it comes to a lot of people who collaborate with each other, I think some people don't test out their chemistry with people before they stream, is the thing.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Like, a lot of people don't test out what, you know, what to say, what they can't say. Some people are okay with jokes, some people aren't. Like, I've had these conversations like a dozen times, not just with you, but with literally other VTubers. Like, we talk about this all the time, and they're always like, Rebel, I appreciate that you get to like talk to me off stream and understand my boundaries, because if we didn't have this talk, you may have said something and then I would have been offended and probably never like collab ever again, you know, type of thing. You know, like that's a real thing. Like, I feel like, you know, people are focused too much like, oh, networking is really important, and it is, but you shouldn't just dive right into it. You should have meet the people beforehand. Like, even in VR chat now, what I'm doing, if I do continue to do VR chat interviews, is I'm meeting the guest off stream at like social events, whatever. We talk for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and then I can formulate questions more about them than random like broad questions. So when I basically, it's also like a good way to like do my show in a way as well, not just as collabs. So like it just works. It's just like a win-win situation, honestly. Just hang out with the person. That's the best advice I can give. If you want to collaborate with someone, hang out with them off stream, get to talk to them, hang out with them, whether that's whatever that is, over Discord, VR chat, you name it, whatever space you got, and meet the person, get to know them first. And trust me, you have 100 times more better time with that person on stream than just randomly DMing someone, hey, let's go play Minecraft tomorrow. I never talked to you before in my life, but let's do it. And it's like, okay, and then you do, and it's just really weird, and it's just like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's kind of like one of the things. I remember there was one thread that someone was talking about, I think it was on Twitter. They were saying that there was a few people that wanted to collaborate with them, and they were like, but what, do you know anything about me? Or like, do you know what I play? Do you know what I watch? Or like stuff like that, right? And some people are like, I just want to collaborate with you for these games. But they were saying, I can't remember if they were saying like, I'm a console gamer or I'm a PC gamer or like something like that, but they had like no games they could play with each other. So they didn't really know like what the person was playing to begin with. They were just like, I just want to collaborate. But the thing is though, you have to have similar interests and you have to like certain things. Like like that kind of stuff. I guess what I'm trying to get at is like you should try to like similar things or do similar things if you do want to collaborate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 110%, honestly. Like, these things seem kind of common sense, but a lot of people don't know, so that's why I kind of have to like beat it into people's brains, like what to do.
I think the other thing too is that there's a lot of people who are very eager and younger as well, so they're very excited to meet new people and things like that. But I think there's like an etiquette to a certain degree. Maybe it's not for everyone. Maybe there's some people who are very like carefree and they do want to just like have a good time and hang out with whoever. I think it depends on personalities as well. I think you have to vibe well with people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I guess I would say for myself, like I'm very introverted. I feel like I can talk to a certain degree. I think maybe I'm a little bit of an ambivert sometimes, but not always. I am sometimes sometimes I do have low energy, but I think I kind of like feed off of the energy of other people too. So sometimes if somebody else is very excited, I'll just be like, oh, they're like hyping me up, or things like that too, right? I don't know.
Okay.
I guess it's like you just don't want to have like that awkward I don't know, like that awkwardness between people.
Okay. So we're gonna take some
Maybe.
questions from the Google Documents / chat. So I have a couple here. So this question is from To Sugar Rush. This is a question for both the host and the guests. So toes?
Oh my gosh, sugar. Of course, always toes. TaneTenshi coming soon when OnlyFans is what was it, October 1st? Or
Yeah.
what? Yes, I will make an OnlyFans on October 1st or whatever the day is when they're disallowing
Well, apparently they backed up on that. Actually, they did the Uno reversal card because they were like, "Oh shit, we're losing 99% of our revenue. Well, fuck me. Okay, we'll just not do that then."
Oh, so they backpedaled. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
because I wasn't.
backpedaled.
Oh, I wasn't aware about that. So okay, cool. TaneTenshi maybe coming soon at TM. It will be toes, only toes. How do you feel about toes, Rebel?
Yes.
Yes.
Next question. Neo Matrix
Okay.
316. Tane, how do you find teaching as a VTuber as opposed to IRL teaching?
Oh, so like when it came to like Spirit University, I thought it was really interesting. The only thing is that I never really taught like, okay, I did teach online to some newcomers to Canada, when it was around that time when everyone was like at home and stuff, and I really had to try to like get responses out of people. But I think when it came to live streaming, I had to really consider the amount of time that was lecturing versus like questions and stuff, because you can't really take questions like in real time, kind of, because there's like that delay, but also you can't watch what people are working on either, because sometimes when I like to teach, I like to take people's examples and then like show the class or like that kind of thing, to be like, oh, maybe this person's on the right track or this person's on the right track. Although there was like a few of those for like live streams, because I was trying my best to like get people to be interactive that way. I think I still enjoy both. I think teaching in person is nice because you can still see all the things that people are working on in real time. You get like those questions that kind of fill in class time as well. And I think when it comes to like speaking for like English practice, you get like that practice for like, well, I guess this is more so for low level English, that pronunciation and speaking practice that people get in as well. So you kind of have to consider buffer time for things like that. But for live streaming, you can't. It's almost like it's just all lecturing, right?
Yeah.
But I think both have like their pros and cons, I guess. But I enjoyed doing both.
Okay. Next question we have here is from Peptic. Everyone has that one anime that was their first ever anime, the one that got you into watching anime / manga. What would have been your first to catch your eye?
Oh, so it was definitely Sailor Moon. That's what I mentioned at like the very beginning of the stream. Well, the very beginning of our interview as well. Sailor Moon, amazing. I would say like, I know it looks very girly, it's very shoujo, but there's very good like life lessons. There's very good friendships like between the characters and everything. Even like for some of the villains do have like some complicated things that they get into. It's nice. Sailor Moon, very, very cool. And also when it comes to magical girl stuff, I when I was younger, I was just absolutely fascinated with like the transformation scenes.
Oh yeah, I was too. I was like, oh, what's happening? Dude, all our clothes fell off. Oh.
Oh, that guy. Oh, you know what? Cardcaptor Sakura. Cardcaptor Sakura was also very good too. Oh my gosh, Cardcaptor Sakura. Well, Cardcaptors. It's so different watching it in English and Japanese. Like they changed a lot of stuff in the English one. I guess you could even say like the same for like Sailor Moon, or even just kind of like early dubbed anime in general. They had to kind of like censor a lot of stuff.
Next, sorry, for me to answer that question, I guess it would be a Pokemon, honestly. It would be the first one I ever saw as a kid.
Oh, yay.
I was like, what's this? And then I found out it was an anime like 10 years later. I was like, I would say it was Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z, one of those two.
Pokemon was really cool. I think just like the thought about being a Pokemon master and catching Pokemon, and they're kind of like your pets, but kind of like your battle buddies. Like, I think that's really cool. But even like for Digimon, Digimon was really cool too. Like, Digimon as an isekai, you're isekai'd into like the digital world.
Exactly. Next question we have here from for Tane. If you were to stop streaming and creating content right now, what would you be remembered for? What would you want to be remembered for?
Oh, so just kind of like full on stop. Oh, if it was like VTuber graduation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I hope that people would remember me, maybe making them feel comfy, maybe making them feel happy. I think that's just kind of like one of my goals. I want people to feel good about themselves or just relaxed. I always get back to this point, but whether you're just having a hard day in general or just like feeling bad about school or feeling bad about work, yeah, I want you to feel people happy. I want you to feel good, you cuties.
If I was to answer that question, I would be remembered for my talk shows, I guess. My interviews. That would be the thing I would be interviewing.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty obvious answer for me. Next
Also,
question.
Sorry. I was just kind of thinking about too. I would like to say my art, but I think maybe every artist like thinks about this for their art. I don't feel like I'm at a level that I feel satisfied, and I don't think I'm ever going to feel like at a level where I'm satisfied. But I would like people to remember my art as well.
Okay, all right. I feel that. This is from Roblox L Wall. What would you recommend at Starbucks? I can answer this question. I don't drink coffee or Starbucks. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh shoot. Okay, well, Starbucks. Well, there's like actually a few things that I like at Starbucks, but there's a few things I like at Tim Hortons too. I guess when it comes to Starbucks, it depends what you're feeling in the mood for. For summer drinks, I like the refreshers. I think they're very nice and tasty. I like the strawberry acai, or some people say acai berry, I guess, however you pronounce it. But I think for like, I love lattes for a nice warm feeling during like the autumn time, winter time. Pumpkin spice latte, green tea latte, chai tea latte. But you can get them cold too. I do like the green tea lattes iced. Yeah, lattes are nice. The thing about caffeine though, I do not drink coffee. I do like the taste of coffee, but coffee gives me headaches. Every time I drink something with caffeine, I have a really horrible caffeine headache afterwards.
Oh, well.
I'm more of a tea person, but lattes are good every once in a while.
Okay. Next question from Eniso is God, I think. Eniso is God. Sorry if I mispronounced that. For both, when you first started, did you think that you would be this successful on your Twitch and art?
Oh, I guess is that implying that I'm successful?
You're successful?
Oh, yay. Okay, that makes me feel happy. Did I imagine that it would get to this point? I think because I want to push myself a lot, and I think here's the thing. I think I push myself in a lot of unhealthy ways, which I don't recommend. But I think I've always hoped to try to get to maybe a moderate degree at least. I don't want to be super famous, if that makes any sense. I don't want to be famous. You know, like you get those bots every once in a while where it's like, want to be famous.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, no, get out. No, I don't want to be famous or anything, but I want to live within my means. And I think that's my goal. Did I think I would get to this point? I was hoping so. I think when it comes to hard work, I think when you get getting tongue tied. When you try to work on something so hard, I think you can try to realize your dreams as much as you can. It takes a lot of hard work, but I think it also comes with luck as well. And luck is opportunity plus timing, when you have your moment, when you see that something is going to happen, you have to seize it. You have to.
Makes sense. Let me reread the question for a second. When you first started, what do you think? Would you ever think you'd be successful on your Twitch? For me, if you really want to go old school, like I started like streaming in 2013, but I was like a once a year streamer, so absolutely not. I didn't think I'd be successful. And then when I started with like VR chat back in 2017, and I only had like literally 5 viewers for 2 years because that was my average. No, absolutely not.
I feel like we've all been there, right? It's like the 5 average viewers, like that kind of thing, and then you're hanging out with the 5 average viewers.
I mean, like, okay, for me, it was a bit of a difference because I was a part of Team 5, which was like the largest like VR chat team at the time. And basically, I would have 5 viewers, and then like everybody else, which would be a group of like 10 or 12 streamers in the same lobby, so to speak. Some of them had 5,000, 10,000. Next person next to me had 500, and they're like going like, oh, dude, 100 subs, dude, gifted to me, bro. Oh, 50 million bits, bro. And I'd be sitting there like one person just says hi in my chat, and I'd be like, oh, hey, hi, I'm really shy, you know. And then the person next to me has like $1 billion being tossed at him, and I'm just like, oh. So I never thought I'd be successful. And then eventually the team basically, you know, broke up eventually. And then I started doing my own thing, and then I did my own talk show. So that's where I got my viewership, from just doing my own talk show, doing my own interviews, and doing my own thing, and like not relying on a team or other people. So that's how I got to my start, and I never thought I'd be where I am today. I'm 259 interviews in now, so yeah.
I'm proud of you. You've done a lot, and I remember you were telling me about like your YouTube days and like your Kenny days.
Yeah. That was a long time ago for me. That's a different time. So I'm looking for these questions. Or go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because like we all have like that journey, right? I think some people get very lucky compared to other people, but as long as like you focus on like your own stuff, then it's okay then. Then you have your story to tell people. I don't know if this is like going to be weird to say, but I think people who blow up very suddenly, I could just imagine the amount of stress that would be if it was just like tomorrow you just blow up or something, and then it's like it would probably be very overwhelming for a lot of people. Or at least I can imagine.
I think for me it's a bit different. Like if I blew up tomorrow, then like I already got partnered. I've already like had that taste of sort of the boom. But if it was for someone that like never streamed before, like a classic example is like the VTuber that spends the 10 million, whatever, $10,000 on a model and all this crazy stuff, and then they make teasers, and then they finally start streaming, and they have never streamed before, and then immediately their first stream is like 400 viewers, and then it just continues from there, and then they have like the chats just going like crazy fast, and they're just overwhelmed. Like, yeah, I could definitely, that happens all the time with a lot of VTubers or people doing debuts or people that never streamed before, like people that are like YouTubers that make videos and they start streaming and the chat's just going wild and they're overwhelmed. Something like me, it's a bit different because like I'm kind of was in that space for a little bit and around that, but I can understand, yeah, like if let's say you stream for 2 years and then you went from 5 to like 500 viewers, yeah, that's going to be a huge change. You'd be like, where'd you guys come from? What the heck? It's kind of like getting rated by like someone like a bigger streamer, and then automatically you go from 2 viewers to 200, and you're like, hey guys, follow my channel please. What's going on? Yo, thanks for the 5 bits. Yo, what?
Yeah, like I guess that's kind of like the thing. That's a good point that you brought up. I feel like when it comes to experience, you can kind of handle like those things like that. So like when you get rated, you're like, oh, hello raiders, like how's it going? And then you talk about like what you're all about, what you do on your channel, and like things like that. And then I guess it just like depends on like the person. Maybe some people can handle it, or because I guess like that's what it comes down to when it comes to raid messages, or like when lots of people come all at once and your chat goes like brr.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is time to entertain. Hello, people. Welcome. Where did you come from?
Yeah, absolutely. It happens a lot to I don't know. Like, there's definitely like if I had 80,000 viewers, like one of those like big boy streamers, their chat is just emojis. You can't read anything.
It's true.
It's just emotes. It's just PogChamps and something else. I don't even know like how they read anything.
Oh yeah, we pogging.
Yeah, are we pogging chat? Yo, whoa,
Yo, we pogging. Oh, is this Sag? Oh, that's very Sag, everybody. And then everyone just like with Pepe's.
Yeah, like that's basically what the chat turns into.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I think it's really interesting in a way. I do actually watch like quite a few streamers who are kind of like in that top area. I do watch. I actually started watching Asmongold recently because he got into Final Fantasy 14, and I do watch Hassan every once in a while, and I watch Wubby. I watch Wubby quite a bit too.
I can say this, Wubby. Well, I don't know the guy personally, but he was in my chat once, like when I first started doing interviews. It was because I interviewed Drumsy, who is a YouTuber, does VR chat content.
Yeah.
And he's Drumsy's friend, so Drumsy and Wubby used to like do some like show together like 2 or 3 years ago. So when I was interviewing Drumsy, Wubby was in the chat, and he typed a little bit. I can look at his logs. He didn't really type much, I think. But I was like, oh shit. I was like, wait, this guy follows me? Like, what the heck? Interesting. So I don't know if he still watched. He's probably not. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of interesting that he followed me and like watched just for that. And here we are like all these years later.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rebel famous now.
Rebel famous now. Look at you.
Yeah, thank you.
Want to be famous?
So we're going to be wrapping up this interview in the next minute or two because we've been going for almost or over like 2.5 hours.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, we have been. Look at us go.
I'm telling you, like when you're having a good time, you know, it goes by really quick. So, is there anything that you would like to say? Any final statements, conclusion, any final remarks towards the interview?
I guess like just kind of like just in general, chill things.
Yeah,
or...
you could be like, hey, I'm a streamer too. Go check me out. It's in the bottom left.
Yeah. Okay, let me get water first.
Okay, no worries. Hey, Chad, you like Prime Gaming? Hey, subscribe. You know. Drink water. It's good for you.
Here's the thing about streaming and talking a lot. You gotta drink water.
Oh, I have a lot of water next to me. I learned years ago doing interviews.
Your voice just like dies over time. God.
Yeah, you start going to like smoker voice.
Yeah, just a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Hello, everyone. So my name is Tane. I am your succubus VTuber, your sensei, your one-san, your mommy. Some people have said. I will fully embrace it. So I am an artist. I play games and I do ASMR.
Okay.
So if you ever come by and say hi, and we'll have a nice time together.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time together. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're too powerful. My God, what just happened? She cast a spell on me. What's going on here? But anyway,
it's that succubus magic, baby.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's spreading to me. I already have anime girlitis and thick waifu syndrome. Now this succubus is trying to cast spells on me. What's going on here, man? What's gonna happen next? I'm gonna turn into a demon girl. I'm gonna get some horns and a tail now. What the heck?
Oh, Rebel's gonna start shape-shifting. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen?
I can't handle this. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you so much for being a part of this interview. It definitely was a long time coming, you know, talking to you for a long time, and finally we get to conduct this basically hangout chill thing, and you're basically the first person to get to really test this sort of Discord method with like the mini games and the switching scenes and all these things. And so I really appreciate it. It was a really big learning experience for me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And again, go check her out, go follow her. You know, she was doing some ASMR earlier today, so she does that. She also has her schedule on her Twitter, so check out her Twitter, and you can watch whenever she goes live, and you know, use that Prime Gaming sub. You know, because it's September, it's 20% off. New sub, 20% off. So if you're here and you subscribe to me, subscribe to her, it's 20% off. It's true. I'm just saying.
Aw, truth. Aw, thank you, Rebel. I'm so happy we got to do this too. I'm happy I got to be your test subject for your new mini games and everything as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again, and we're gonna start switching off to some games. So I think honestly, I feel like playing some Phasmophobia if you're up for it.
I am definitely down. Let's get our ghosties or our bustin'. We bustin'.
Yeah, I've never actually played Phasmophobia in desktop mode.
Really?
I've always played in VR, and the game is 1,000 times harder and more scary in VR. Because like when you're in VR, it's like Butterfingers. I keep dropping everything every 2 seconds, and then the ghost goes right in my face, and I just scream, and it's, you know.
Oh, you know what? This is a good point because I just remembered. I wonder if there's an update. Okay, I'm good. I don't think there's an update.
Okay.
Although I think I might. I wonder if it's still in beta mode. If I have my game in beta mode, I will see about this.
All right. Well, we're gonna start setting that up. So I'm gonna switch to the AFK thingamajiggy here. Boom.